Well. Look who
Look who
decided to
decided.
How you said you were gonna say something if you came here earlier.
Huh?
You said that you would say something if you came here earlier than 6:30.
I'm on time for 6:30. I'm not early.
What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing
What do
here?
you mean?
What do you mean?
I haven't been here that long.
By the way, I think about that like half the time someone says, "What do you mean?" I think about
Yeah.
when we had that episode where it's like that's how wars get started. Like that
Yeah.
phrase has started. I
know.
I really don't think we should take away these Native Americans' land.
Yeah. What do you mean?
What do you mean? We've been here since the beginning. These are our tribes. These are our teepees. What do you mean?
I think I'm gonna start taxing tea. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's when it escalates. What do you mean? You know what also has started every war in this world? Well, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
hey, you can't invade them. Well, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Start dropping nukes.
I'll show you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll show. I'll show you. It's like I'll show you, or you'll see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You'll see.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
All right. We'll see.
Holy shit. I feel like I haven't talked to you in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it did feel like a while. I don't know why. Did we skip a week?
No, but I think the episode that just went up, went up last week compared to this one, we recorded like early in the week. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So there wasn't as much of like an overlap.
Yeah, like we recorded it on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I forget. You know how I realized like you can tell when an episode was recorded? If you actually listen to the whole thing, just wait until I mention who's pitching for the Yankees and
True.
and against what team, and you can kind of piece like where like, oh, okay, it must have been this day.
When you started saying that, I was like, how the fuck would you know? And then it's like, oh yeah, sports.
Yeah. Oh, Rodon was pitching against the White Sox. Oh, that was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday, May 28th.
The Knicks were on.
Yeah. Game 4, Eastern Conference Final. Oh, I know what day that was. Fucking Knicks, dude. Unreal, dude. And like, you know what's weird? Like, I at first was like purposely like, I'm not even gonna watch the finals. I'm over. I actually don't. I have no care in the world about this NBA finals.
Wait. The Knicks are actually playing right? I was just throwing out a fucking.
No, they're not playing anymore. They were. They were playing, and
Will they lose?
yeah, Jem.
Don't they always lose though?
Yeah, but this one was different.
Why?
Because this one, like, the bagel came out the toaster. It was nice. I got cream cheese on it. And right before I got to the table, the plate fell over.
So what's that analogy for? Like, they got to the finals and you say?
Usually, like, the second I take the bagel out of the refrigerator, it's already moldy and I got to throw it away.
Before they even,
Yeah,
they don't even make it to the toaster.
Yeah, dude, it's like you forgot to start revving your engine on the 2 seconds for Mario Kart, and then like you fucking crap out when it starts to
spin out.
Yeah.
Shit. So you had hope this time.
Yeah, man. Like they were. I mean, in all realness, the 2 years prior they got to the second round, which is like for them a big deal. And then this year they're in the Eastern Conference. But it wasn't the fact. I know. I'll get off this tangent in a second. But it wasn't the fact that it was the Eastern Conference Finals and they lost. It was the fact that they lost to a team that everyone and their mother said, well, if the Knicks were healthy last year, they would have beat the Pacers. Well, they were healthy this year, and they lost. They lost, and they got rooked. They got rinsed. And they were favorites. They had home court advantage, and then they fired their coach. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Wait, they fired their coach before they lost?
After. They fired after.
Oh, okay. Damn, they were pissed then.
I don't know what they were. It's just like I'm older now. I kind of want like not part of it, but this is supposed to be entertaining. And I feel like 2 years ago, the team was very entertaining. And then this year happens, they're kind of entertaining. But now I feel like the year coming up, I'm going to be like, well, now this is like the Yankees. It's like, if you don't win, then what? Like, well, with that being said, like, I still actually like watching baseball because it's just there. It's always in the background, you know?
So they if they had won, they would have gone to the champions, or they would have won the whole thing.
They would have gone to the finals, so they would have been.
So they were in the semifinals or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much like the Eastern Conference. So the way basketball is, there's 2 conferences, and if you win your conference, you go to the finals, where both winners of each conference play, kind of like the NFL and baseball. I mean, most major sports. So they were in the semis technically for the finals purposes.
Oh, okay.
They suck. Fuck them. Fuck everyone. It's whatever.
Did they at least like make it to like game 7, or was it like they just lost right away?
No, they lost the first 2 at home. They lost. I don't even know how can I explain. You ever see those Mario Kart videos where like the dude slow-mo at the very end of the race, like green shells like 16 people and somehow wins the race? That's how they lost game 1. That's how they lost game 1, where you would absolutely obliterate your setup. Like your girlfriend would walk into you just tearing your computer in half like a fucking paper phone book in a bodybuilder's hands. That's how they lost.
Like the other team just made like 8 3-pointers in the last minute.
That's exactly actually what they did. Fucking what's his name? Is it Naismith or I forget which? I think it was Naismith. He made like 6 3-pointers in a row. I think 5 were in the fourth quarter. So it was something insane.
That's infuriating.
It was infuriating. I'm watching.
By the third one, you're like, oh really?
Yeah,
really?
like somebody hit somebody. It's like semi-pro. Somebody hit somebody. I'm watching this going. All right, like, because, dude, they had such a big lead. I think it was like 16 minutes or like 7 or 8 minutes. 16 points with 7 or 8 minutes to go. And I'm just watching. I'm just like, all right. Okay, the Pacers are they're making it close, but okay. All right.
Oh, we got this one in the bag. What the hell?
Yeah, it's getting a little close now. And then you're just like, nah, no.
Oh, we're just gonna let him walk right up and take a shot. We're just gonna. You start getting all like.
They lost it in. I think this game went to overtime. Yeah, they did, because Halliburton's shot, his foot was on the line, and it was I don't know the analogies I can do. The guy fucking ran to make a game-winning 3-pointer. Foot was on the line, so it's a 2-pointer, but he shoots the ball. It hits the basket, goes up like 6-7 feet, falls back down right into the basket, ties the game. And I'm like, like, and you know what's funny? The funniest thing in the world.
You're just looking at the wall, like, dying. Like,
I punched the bed. I was like, damn it!
I can't have anything nice, huh?
I basically was like that. And my girlfriend's like,
you were like talking to the lamp.
My girlfriend's sleeping in the bed, like, is it over? I was like, no, it's going into overtime. She's like,
oh no.
Yeah,
you were in the bed.
She's like, overtime. Like, she's like,
you're in the bed with a flag and a bowl of popcorn with a little hat on.
Oh, like, I can't wait to snuggle with her.
She's trying to sleep.
We're going to be up 1-0, home court advantage. Like, we're going to
New Jersey. Like,
oh, dude.
He's like, babe, is it over yet? You got your phone finger. You're like, babe, I don't want to fucking talk about it.
I swear to God, I was wearing a Knicks jersey that has my name on it.
Oh,
I'm not fucking with you. I swear it has my fucking name on it.
That's hilarious.
And I couldn't.
That you stood in line for an hour for.
No. There's a thing called the internet.
No, I know. That was a callback.
So that. Oh yeah! I'm actually going to one of those games a couple weeks ago.
Remember, you told me sometimes you'll stand in line for shirts.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing that.
Obviously, it wouldn't be ones with your name on it, but
yeah, that'd be amazing if if MSG was giving out 10,000 jerseys with my last name on it or something. I guess first and last name, but whatever. So that game happens. Then they lose game 2, where it was close, but they never had it. They won game 3. They lose game 4. They win game. Yeah, they won game 5. Yeah, they lost in 6, and it was in Indiana. And that was that.
That sucks.
Yeah, so but it really, the overall playoffs felt so. it just felt like a really harsh dump, because they play against this team against the Pistons, who they should have beat, and they did, but it went 6, and each game was just this fucking grinded out. Like there was like really no blowouts. Then the Celtics series, the whole series, even though they won in 6, like they were losing so much of that series. 2 games they had to come back out of nowhere. They got blown out, and then the Pacers, they just looked. The team just doesn't look as fun anymore as it was a couple of years ago. Whatever.
Yeah, I feel like you've taken. Have you had like a big win since we've talked?
No,
I feel like didn't the Yankees like almost win once, and then it was kind of a similar thing where we were talking about it.
well, yeah,
Something like
yeah,
that.
you're right. Yeah, dude, New York sports have been brutal. Like, and it's beyond brutal at this point because they have so many teams. It's imagine like someone buys a lottery ticket and you buy like 5,000 lottery tickets and that guy wins and you lose every.
And you lose, yeah.
That's what New York sports is. Like they have so many teams and they can't win dick since 2011. They can't win fucking cock.
You guys used to do good though, huh?
Yeah, I don't. You know what happened?
I feel like
started to
growing up
suck
as a
to
kid,
live
the
in New
Yankees
York,
were
and-
dominating. Dude.
Yeah, it started to suck to live in New York, and now no one wants to play there.
Yeah, everyone left. Everyone's on the Pacers now. Or whatever the fuck you said.
They're like, wait, you're telling me the state taxes how much? Yeah, I'm gonna sign somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rough. Was there any part of you though that at least like, all right, at least they made it to the playoffs? So
Not the playoffs, but part of me was like, at least they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I was happy about that.
at least you got some excitement.
Yeah, but then it got ruined because then they fired the coach, and I just think that the past couple years they've made moves 1 year too early. I think they traded Randall away. I mean, DiVincenzo was part of it, but I think they traded Randall away 1 year too soon. I would have liked another year with that, and DiVincenzo, I guess, to be fair, on the team. Then they fired Tibbs 1 year too soon. I feel like they should have kept him for
Now
at least
who's
next
they?
year. The upper
Like
management.
the owner?
Well, who knows? That's all sports talk. Like, oh, this has the owner's fingers written all over. No, this was a Leon
like
Rose.
guys-
This is a worldwide. It's a who the fuck? I don't fucking know.
There's like guys under the owner who like he.
Oh
like,
yeah,
is the owner and then a
general
bunch of, like-
managers and presidents of the team, and maybe like assistant like GMs and shit, like people who are in the owner's ear and shit like that. Oh yeah, there's a.
So the owner doesn't actually like run it; he just owns it, and makes the money. But he does. They
No,
have, like, a whole-
that's not true. No, it could go. It depends on who the owners are of a team. It's kind of like a lot of business. Some businesses, the owner's very hands on, and other businesses, the owner is there, just like you said. Just like I'll hire the people who I trust and go from there,
Gotcha.
and everything in between.
And fuck the coach.
Yeah,
His fault.
Yeah, fuck him. And it's funny because he does have flaws, but it's like, dude, everything was going in the right direction. Why, like, just fuck,
Yeah. Coach is white,
Yeah, he was, yes.
but like, are they usually?
I never looked into it. I don't know what the average race is for each coach. I can like go through the teams and
Nah. I was just wondering.
I never really like looked.
It feels
at
like a white guy thing.
to be a coach.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just think of like an old Shane Gillis, like a 50-year-old Shane Gillis, just being like, we gotta get out there.
If you honestly, Tibbs is kind of like a meaner version of an old Shane Gillis. He, and in a good way. He wasn't like some like I liked him overall, but even I was saying against the Pacers, I was like I like the first 2 games. I said to myself after game 2, I'm like, the Pacers look like a more solidified team, and that's because they have Carlisle as a coach. Carlisle's a fucking great coach.
Your girl's like, babe, trying to sleep.
Dude, I lost sleep after game 1, and she's just looking at me like, he's losing sleep over a basketball game. I'm dating a child.
How cute.
Yeah, how cute.
She like shops for pillows.
So
you're gay too.
Earmuffs to go to bed.
Yeah. Wearing PJs.
She's probably happy that they didn't make the final. She's probably like, oh, thank God. Now we can.
Oh, I know. Yeah, she's like, finally, it's over.
Yeah.
Now I can get a good night's sleep for once. Meanwhile, she doesn't know your fucking baseball's coming right up.
Oh no, she knows. I was like, babe, the Yanks are on the West Coast, so the game starts at 10. we'll get to bed around 12:31. Is that okay? I'm gonna take a piss real quick though.
Yep.
You there?
Yeah.
You ever take one of those pisses where you're just like, oh, man, needed that.
Like every piss, yeah.
You ever see that TV show Tires, the Shane Gillis show?
I was about to ask you that.
That's hilarious.
Of course. Did you see this new season?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No, because I've had people ask me, have you seen it? And I just feel like it's going to be
now.
like mid sketch comedy or something.
No. I was worried about that too. No, it's just okay. So the first season is there's not a lot of plot, but it's funny enough to be that you'll like it. But the second season that just came out, it's like so much better. It's just as funny, if not funnier, and there's actual plot, and it's 12 episodes instead of like it's so fucking good, dude. It's actually insane how good it is. I
feel like I should take your word because it took me a year or two to get into Shane Gillis compared to you because you were all over it, and I'm like, nah, he stinks. Yeah. And then I finally gave him a chance. I'm like, all right, Jen was right.
It's one of those things where like I was hoping so much that it was good because I was like, if it's bad, like I'm gonna be like it's gonna make me look at him different, you know? Like I'm like, this is like I'm not gonna be able to lie to myself if it's bad, but it's fucking really good, dude.
The thing
they're great.
The only thing is like with me finally like liking Shane Gillis is I like stand up, you know, to a degree. Like I like stand ups that I like. Whereas I don't watch TV shows outside of just sports and YouTube videos. So like I feel like
same.
Even if this is a good show, I'm just gonna watch it going, I'm all right.
No, watch it.
It's on Netflix. Again, dude,
right? I thought all the same stuff, and then like when this new season came out, I mean I consumed it like I hadn't eaten in fucking 3, like I binged that I couldn't put it down, dude. It's so funny.
Well, they're like half hour, like 23, 24 minutes.
They're like 20
shows,
minutes, right? Yeah.
It's like a regular TV show. It's not like every fucking thing has to be an hour in this world.
It's 20 minutes and you will laugh like every fucking minute. Like sometimes every 30.
What streaming service is it?
It's Netflix.
All right, so it's Netflix. And how many episodes per season?
So the first one's 6, the second one's 12.
Oh, that's nothing. That's fucking. I can do that in like an hour.
Well, you're lucky too because after I watched the first season when it came out, I was just like, damn, that wasn't enough. Like 6 20-minute episodes. And then even the 12, I'm like, damn, I want like 30 more of these. The show's fucking so good, dude.
Dude, I was watching. It's so like the reason
they're so funny.
The reason I bring that up is, my girlfriend's brother-in-law was asking me, like, hey, have you seen it? I said no, and he says it was good. And someone else said it was good, too. And then, coincidentally, before us recording now, when I was hitting you up, like, I'm on the couch, I was watching YouTube, and it was, like, this thing about Shane Gillis and how a couple, like, it was about only a couple comedians, but, like, I guess I didn't learn about the whole Asian thing, except from you, basically. And I didn't realize how many like comedians like were openly like this is bad what he did.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe I just forgot.
Dude, when that happened, like almost 0 people took his side. Like only like Legion of Skanks guys and a few others. Like everyone else was just like,
if only you were famous enough, you would have that would have been you buying Bitcoin when it was like 5 cents.
Dude, I know.
If only you were like a little bit famous, you'd be fucking like rock star. Right?
I think of that. I'm like, why can't I be like that with stocks?
Yeah, you'd be opening for him.
Like, I have this one like thing I called, right, and it's the most useless thing.
That and
it is funny now though, because a lot of my friends and family though are like, do give me the props for that. They're like, because they love all of them now, you know.
Dude,
like, you were fucking early on that.
I got my fucking girlfriend bought me the fucking tickets to his.
That's right.
His show because how much? Yeah, dude. And same thing. First 3/4 of the show, great. Then it's like, it'd be nice if if this was a full act. But I mean, at the end of the day, his tire show is only 20 something. Maybe that's just what the attention span is for this generation.
Right. Well, it's funny too, because like in the show, it's one of those shows kind of like Always Sunny, you know, where like you can tell a lot of it's kind of like ad-libbed, like in the moment. It's not like really strict. You can tell they're just fucking around and saying shit.
That's another thing. Another YouTube video I saw was about tires, or I think it was about tires. It was he was on like one of those late night shows, and he was on with like this like kind of like geepy white guy, but apparently he's like the co-creator.
That's Steve Gerben, yeah.
I think that, and he looks like
he's the other main character.
He looks like his name is Steve Gerben.
Yeah, literally.
Like he looks like Gerby.
Chewy fucking.
Yeah. He just looks like like a waiter that's like awkwardly staring at you while you're like trying to think of your order. Like if you like were mean to him as a waiter, he'd be like,
Yeah, they all just play themselves. Like no one's like actually acting in that show. Because I've watched the podcast for years with all of the guys that are in it. And they literally all just, like, Shane is just playing.
Oh, boy. Jem, if you're talking still, I can't hear you.
Oh, shit, did that thing again?
Yeah, for like 2 or 3 seconds, like, you just, like, disappeared.
Ah, damn
you went to the moon and back. It was I thought visitors got you. You're like,
what'd you see it on, Seth Meyers or whatever?
Is that, like, that's a late night host? Yeah, so it wasn't... You know that Craig Ferguson?
That looks like a creep.
You know Craig Ferguson?
Yeah.
So who's the late night show that looks like the American version of Craig Ferguson?
Yeah, I think it's Seth Meyers.
Is it Seth Meyers?
I think that's the only late night they did.
Seth Meyers, Shane.
But that dude Seth Meyers looks like a fucking cretin, dude. I didn't realize.
Yes. Yeah, because it looked like it was almost like a casting couch situation.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, this is the budget we have for late night nowadays, huh?
I know, dude, it did look, it was so funny because they're like coming in as like more famous than the fucking late night they're going on.
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm sure that happens with a lot of, when Leonardo DiCaprio or whatever comes on or something.
Right,
like
but you know what I mean. Like, I'm saying like.
I don't actually.
I was literally agreeing with you.
No, but like, no, you kind of weren't. I wasn't even saying.
You're like, it looks like the casting couch. What is the budget nowadays? It's like, yeah, the budget's low because no one's fucking watching it.
I know, but
you think anyone's watching Seth Meyers in 2025?
I forgot
I didn't even know it existed till I saw fucking them go on it.
I forgot it was him until you said the name. I was like, I think so. Let me see.
Like, I feel like Conan was pretty big in his time. Like. Even like Jimmy Kimmel, I see a lot of clips of, but Seth Meyers, like who the fuck?
I got a bone. Wait, well, actually, wait, what? All right, Spotify. Something's up with this fucking Anchor website. It says
don't get me started on
streams
Spotify.
And downloads says 15, but it says Spotify plays 17. How could I have more Spotify plays than overall streams and downloads? What the fuck, dude?
Can we switch gears a little bit to Spotify? I got a fucking bone.
Well, one last thing with.
Oh, yeah, keep going though.
Actually, I don't know if I have one last thing.
No, go. I stopped you. I interrupted.
I kind of forgot. Well, yeah, let's go on to Spotify.
Let's go.
No, I forgot, so it doesn't matter.
Watch tires though.
I'll
just so we can talk about it. That would be.
It would be the one thing we have in common.
No, we have a lot in common, but I mean, like,
all right, geez,
you would love it.
God.
I don't know if your girl would love it.
I thought we were playing ping pong. I thought we were going back and forth here. I didn't know you had to stop the match. Hold on. Halt. Stop the match.
You might want to watch it alone, though. I don't know if your girl will like it.
Yeah, I heard you first time there, buddy.
Oh, well, you didn't acknowledge it, so I had to, I had to give you the old one, too.
I don't know if you heard me, but
I said...
I don't know if... Oh, dude, when you have to ask a question more than once, it
It's
just
the
makes you
worst.
feel like a fucking tot. Like, hey, did you,
Because part of me was like, oh, he just didn't acknowledge that. And then the other part of me is like, maybe my mic's fucking up or something. Like,
Nope, I heard you the first time. Next.
yeah.
What about, Spotify?
Oh, Spotify. So I switch. Remember we were talking the other week about like how I'm switching all my bills to annual now
Oh,
instead of monthly.
including DoorDash?
Everything. So I'm doing and I'm saving around like $80 a month, I think. Not just from that. I also canceled a few too. So, but altogether, it's around like $80 a month. I'm like, nice. So, but Spotify
Nice.
doesn't have an annual. So what you have to do,
You little bitch.
the way around it is you can go to like Walmart.com and buy like a yearly subscription gift card for yourself and do it that way. And then you save like 25% over the year. So instead of paying like, $12 a month, you're paying like 8 or 9. You know what I mean?
So basically,
And so-
you can buy a year's worth of Spotify, but you have to buy it
Yes.
through a third party, and that third party will
Right.
give it to you cheaper than if you bought
Yes,
Spotify
than
monthly
if you
on
paid
the
it
actual
monthly.
site.
Yep.
That's like kind of
Yep.
like that's almost like ticket sales. Like you can buy directly from like Ticketmaster or whatever, or you might get a deal on a third party site.
Right, but the thing is you can't you can have an account already, but you can't have an active subscription. So now I have to cancel my Spotify.
Relax, you're foaming at the mouth. What you're
I'm-
you're talking shop. You can have a what, but you can't have a what?
So in order to do this with the gift card and everything, you can't already be subscribed to monthly Spotify.
So you have to get rid of your Spotify monthly.
You have to
account.
cancel it and wait for it to run out. So I have to wait till next month to do this. I'm so peeved because I did all my other bills. In
You
June,
thought
so now
you were gonna
next
have
June,
all your ducks in a row.
all my ducks. So next June I'm gonna have all
One
mine
guy
on the
didn't
same
make his
month.
bunk bed, and now the rest
I'm
of them are
fuming.
coming in with soap in their socks.
I'm fuming.
That's hilarious, dude.
I'm like, why? Of all the, and the other one too is the only other one I couldn't get to yearly is my phone bill, Verizon. I was peeved.
I'm actually. What's funny though is I'm more mad. Like I feel as if you'd be less mad if there was no like third party option. The fact that there's an option that you have to go outside the realm
Yes.
is like making
Yes.
you go, well, why? If this exists, then why the fuck can't
Yeah.
you? Like just
Like, why can't you just do it? Why do you give out gift cards for cheaper? Why can't you just do that?
Have like some weird deal with them. That
I
they-
know,
just,
but
you know.
I can be mad about it. I can
You're-
still be
yeah.
mad. I don't care the reason. It's stupid.
Yeah, you get to that age where like you fucking CEO, fuck you.
Well, it's like everyone else does it, bro. Every single other person does it. Just do it like every other company, you retard. Like, I'm sure there's a reason they're not. Like, they probably,
Of course.
there's probably obviously there's a benefit.
Yeah,
to
they
not
have a
doing it,
big
but-
bulletin board. The first one, the number one says "fuck Gem."
Yeah, fuck annual.
I
I was
gotta
peeved.
admit, I thought the stand-up tier list would get a little bit more traction than this, but I'm not mad about it. Overall, close to 100 playbacks. Overall, I'm not that mad about it.
I mean, what did you think? What you thought it would go to the moon or something?
A couple hundred.
A 7-hour fucking.
I thought we'd get a couple hundred.
A couple hundred.
I thought we'd get a couple hundred. I was wrong.
Who's gonna watch a 7-hour fucking?
Yeah, that's fair.
Dude, an alien could land on the planet and do a fucking podcast with Rogan and the president. I wouldn't fucking listen to it for 7 hours.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
think I'm checking out some random
Jesus.
two dudes I've never heard
I
of?
just realized that like a regular like Joe Rogan podcast is like between 2 to 4 hours. We did 7 hours.
7 in one go. It wasn't even like in different parts. It
And
was
we
like
were
one.
mad about it. The whole time I'm like, you keep saying we're gonna go faster. We don't go faster. Like even
I
I'm
know.
complaining. So yeah, that's fair. You got a point.
But one day
What?
when your podcast makes it big, they're
Jen,
gonna dig through and find it. They're gonna go the Holy Grail.
hold on. I got.
You're gonna start getting calls from agents.
How do I do this? Yeah. How? Oh, I got an idea. Let me go to page 1 and let me go to date. Dude, the first episode of TNP was 2020. Brother,
Yeah,
it's been 5 years. No one has listened to this show.
Never, no.
It's crazy the
Never once.
amount of audio that's out there that no one will ever hear is insane.
Well, that's what I said, bro. When the AI fucking can make a video off audio, we're gonna be in business.
What do you mean?
I've waited for this day for years.
What do you mean?
So, like, you know how I've always talked about I'd want to like animate.
This is,
like,
I know, I'm cutting you.
Well, yeah, no, you ask a question and then I go to answer it and you step on my face.
I know, but can I just say
it's one? Like, and you do it like 3 times a podcast.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, just don't ask then. I don't care if you
No, but I was curious, but then I saw something, and then I'm going to stop looking after dude, the first episode, TMP, right? And I know we probably talked about this, was December 6, 2020. We probably talked about the fact that we waited until after the height of the pandemic to make a podcast where everyone was like they're like boogie boarding on the wave. They're doing like handstands on their surfboard, and we're like at the end of it in December, like, I know, we should make a podcast. They look like they're having a lot of fun out there.
I know. I wonder when we actually, because we started doing it on my old channel for a little while. Remember? It was kind of like the trial run.
It was TMP.
Yeah, but before we made it, remember we were streaming on my channel. Remember?
Weren't we doing TMP though on the channel?
It was, but it wasn't like the actual podcast yet.
You sure?
Like there's like probably like 8 or 10 episodes before that first episode.
I think
I still have them saved on my computer, but that
right.
YouTube channel's gone now.
All right, so 8 or 10, so it's probably a couple months before that.
But I don't remember if it was before the pandemic. I don't think it was. I don't know.
No, because if the first episode was December, I doubt we did 10 episodes. Yeah, no, it had to be.
Well, we started talking again like around the time Endgame came out. Remember?
Yeah.
Avengers. I don't know when that came out though.
I don't know.
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Dibbity.
But that's what. Yeah, so I've always wanted to like animate little snippets of our audio, like to an animation, like, and just put those out as like content. But
just like the tier list, it will take 6 years for us to do that.
Well, it will take. Well, I don't want to animate it. Dude, First off, I'm not that good at animating. Second off, it takes forever.
If that Saul guy that did those Come Down clips did our fucking clips, that'd be awesome. Well,
and I don't want to hire someone, but the thing is AI is close. AI is close.
You don't want to hire someone because like you don't want to pay them, or
yeah, I don't want to fucking. I mean, I'm not totally against the idea, but like, also this was years ago when I was a lot broker, but I think AI is close, dude. AI is so close. The new model, I asked if it can like. I asked the what's it called? You know, the one that's doing all the videos with audio now. Fuck, what's it called? I can't think of the name of it, but I asked it if it can like make videos off of audio I give it, and it's like, yeah, we can't do that yet, but we're getting close. I'm like, oh, dude, when that happens, we have 8 years of content to filter that through.
Oh, so basically you just grab the audio or the video and you drag it, and it makes animations for
and then I could just come up with a concept, like make like an animation of the cat and a dog in a house, like make it funny and like. But cool.
Is there a way you can like clip it, like just make an animation from like this timestamp to this time?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would just clip it and then give it to it. Like a fucking 1.5-minute clip.
You gotta go through though a lot of content, man.
Here's the thing though, the AI is doing most of the work. I'll take a fucking few Saturdays and compile like 100 of them and then run it through the AI and then just post it on a fucking schedule,
you know what technically you could do, like
could take off like minimal effort.
You could literally like you said, every Saturday or every day, like just listen back to one episode, and each episode could have like some like 4 or 5 clips there. So like that's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have to listen to like 10 episodes in one day, which would be impossible. It'd be like the whole day.
Right.
But you could listen to one, get 4 to 8 clips from that, and then just have those clipped out and have those like uploaded once a day or once a week or whatever. But yeah, I mean, yeah, eventually. Well, when
1,000%. When that happens, I'm going to do it.
When we're 50, we might get 10 viewers an episode. We might get 10 playbacks an episode.
That's the thing. We have some gems in there. It's just we need
Oh
like
yeah, you
a
think
vehicle to get them to people, you know.
you think there's some
And
gems in there?
I do. I really do. Genuinely.
I'm gonna email the Saul guy. I think I've emailed him before. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, make a clip of our shit," and then watch him finally make a clip where it's like, just like the us being as unfunny as possible. Like,
Yeah.
here's this unfunny shit.
Just us talking about sending a clip to him. Everyone's like, these guys stink.
These guys. Well, remember we did make that one. Was it an episode? I made that one clip of us talking shit about Cumtown, and everyone in the comments were like, "You guys suck," and it's like, "Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, you're right." Anyways, anyways, Pop Tarts.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because I tried doing clips, but it was just audio clips. That's all it was.
No, I'm telling you, we're gonna hit a big one day. Well, when AI
one day our
allows us
number's
to-
gonna hit.
It's crazy because that does happen. Like, you know, certain people will do things for like literally a decade and then it will just one day fucking explode. And it's just like, well, and then everyone's like, oh, these guys blew up overnight. It's like, bro, that was 10 long years before AI let me do this.
I mean, if that happens, then that'd be pretty impressive.
Well, if that happens, then we're getting a studio.
And that's when you get big for that's when you have like liquid death on the counter. And,
Of course.
and G Fuel.
We're gonna have swords in the background. And
Yeah,
fucking
dude, that's just when
neon lights.
Yeah, that's when you lose. That's when you become out of touch, dude. I can't find the Cumtown clip. What the hell? Did it get deleted?
What the hell?
Oh shit! Did it get deleted? I haven't been on this channel in like a year maybe plus, so I don't know what's this thing could have like 6 community guideline strikes.
Oh dude, my dad gave me they're losing their shirts last night.
No, he said it, or he gave
no,
his
he
version.
He didn't say it, but he might as well have. He was like, yeah, you hear there's some riots going on. Yeah. Like, no, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, in fucking California, you know, Trump was saying this, and you know, he might as well have been like, they're losing their shirts.
Did you hear there's some riots going on?
Yeah.
Dude,
and then he tried to do that thing where he's like, you know why people are rioting? And I'm like, yeah, because they're fucking nuts. And he's like, no, it's because this. And he started to go into politics. I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah, fair enough, but like, anyone who's throwing fucking bricks at cars is fucking nuts, dude. I don't care what reason they say they're doing it. They're just out of touch. Or they're young, usually.
Dude, well, yes. And also,
young and drunk.
I'm fucking looking at these clips, man. Some of the people I had on
clips?
Hey, relax there, buddy.
Where are you? What? Every time we do a podcast, you're in the fucking museum.
I know.
It's like, I haven't seen this mask in 3 years.
All right, you're like my girlfriend.
It's like, you're doing
where
a show.
She's talking to me and I'm on my phone and she's like, she knows I'm not listening. All right, I'm sorry, I'm done.
You're that guy.
Well,
you bring a phone to a gathering guy. That sucks. I hate that guy.
I'm not that guy. I bring a phone to a podcast I do with you. I talk to you I talk to you every day, Jem.
Every day, he says.
I talk to you every day.
You drafted up a fucking
I talk to you every
Bill
day.
of Rights, and we haven't DM'd since. You fucking we killed the chat. The chat's dead.
Jem.
No, I'm just kidding. I've just been busy.
I need to find this goddamn clip. I can't find the goddamn clip.
I just love also now how I don't have to respond to your reels.
Oh my god.
Can I be honest?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't watch all of them now. Now that I don't have, I was like, yeah, you're not gonna watch mine. I'm like, the second I didn't have to respond, I was like, I'm gonna skip today.
You're a big fat liar.
Well, I'm so fucking busy right now. I'm not just saying that to be like,
oh my god, fucking busy.
Like I actually am.
Dude, where the hell did this clip go?
Well, it's fucking, I'm a landscaper. It's fucking leading up to July 4th. It's fucking a busy time, bro.
I don't know what happened to this clip, but
it's unreal. You're still on YouTube.
It's not on YouTube. It's just it doesn't exist anymore.
It's unbelievable.
It's gone. I can't find it. All right, I'm gonna just switch channels and you there?
Yeah.
All right, I minus the screen. I minus the screen.
No, I'll wait.
Well, you don't have to. I'm here. I'm right.
No.
I'm right here. There's no more way. I'm right here.
No. Let's watch your videos. I'm not doing a podcast or anything, you know. Not talking to a buddy or just no.
Anything else you've been
It's like when
watching?
you go over to a buddy's house and he turns on the TV. It's like, oh, we're just gonna sit and watch TV.
Jen, we talk all the time.
No, I know, but that was a good analogy, and you know what I mean.
I know, but I'm not
My-
that guy, so I'm like butthurt about it.
We used to do that at Thanksgiving, like go over my parents at Thanksgiving, and they'd like all turn on the TV and then sit down and watch. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, I can watch TV. First off, I don't watch TV. Second off, I could just do this alone. Can we play a board game or something? You know?
Is that where the clip is? he he picked up his phone. Jeb, I was fucking with you on that last one.
What's that? No, I mean, I was done.
I know.
I think I said every joke I could in every which way. I ran out of shit to say.
You watching anything else besides Tires, or that's really the only show?
No, like you said, dude, I don't watch shows really. I watch some YouTube here and there, but
Any rabbit holes you've gone down?
Rabbit holes.
Remember we used to go. We were like, I guess when you're just younger, you just go down rabbit holes.
I still do. I've just been busy. I haven't been really like consuming any content like in general. Just this past like month. Rabbit holes.
You've been really busy. Remember?
I've been so fucking busy.
so busy.
I really should. I'm kind of getting burnt out, but rabbit holes. Oh, you know, it's like Pokemon shit though.
Yeah, the Pokemon stuff. That exists. That's a thing.
Yeah, so you don't really know about that. Kind of like your sports shit. It's like my Pokemon shit, but it's like boring unless you're like know about it.
Yeah. That if you ever want me to open up like YouTube again while you're talking, the Pokemon.
There was that guy I saw on Joe Rogan. It's not a rabbit hole, but he was like, he's like the FBI director or something, and then he said Epstein didn't kill himself, and people were mad.
The Indian guy?
It's kind of a rabbit hole because it's like a conspiracy. Yeah. You know that Indian guy that looks scared every time you see a photo of him? It looks like he just got bombed.
You know what? So I'll watch the once a week Daily Show like monologue with Jon Stewart. And there's a clip, and I'm not saying like this was like a factual clip. It's just this is what was on the show. Everyone relax. But it was like him kind of hesitant to answer the question about like Trump on the list. And I don't know. Did you watch the whole episode on Joe Rogan?
No. Because that guy's boring. I don't give a fuck. So I probably won't watch. But I saw the clip of when they're just talking about the Epstein thing, like the JRE clip of it. Huh. What about you?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. So I just know he was like, yeah, you know, he's like, why would I lie? Why would I? And it's like, I don't know, dude, because I don't fucking know you, you know?
Why
would I lie? A government official
said every liar ever.
Said every FBI guy that I've ever seen.
It's like everyone lies. Like, it's okay. You're allowed to lie.
I don't know. Yeah, because you work for the fucking Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Because everyone in the world's getting fucked in the ass because of the policies that you're apparently part of. Like, what are you talking about?
That's such a bad defense no matter who you are. Like, why would I? It's like,
well, that's what everyone says when a cop pulls them over. It's like, oh, I haven't heard this one, buddy.
Just trust me, bro.
I wouldn't. Why would I? I didn't drink. Why would I lie? Okay, yes, in every alcoholic I pulled over ever. Like that's unreal.
And Joe's not even like being like a douche. He's just doing his normal way. He's like, well, yeah, but weren't like the cameras cut off? And like, he's like, well, yeah, but you know, there was another angle from another time. And Joe's like, yeah, but what about this time? He's like, yeah, you know, I'm just telling you, man. Why would I lie? He's like, dude, I don't. Yeah, who are you, Indian weirdo?
What were they talking about, though?
The Epstein thing.
Like him killing himself?
Yeah, like, you know, how, like he was saying, you know, remember,
was there
like,
a video of him killing himself?
No, because remember the cameras were fucking cut off that night. And like 2 guards were off duty, and like there was a bunch of weird shit, dude. Like, even if you're not a conspiracy guy, it's kind of like, it's like,
no,
there was something going on.
No, what I'm confused about is the Indian dude was saying he didn't kill himself, or he did kill himself.
The Indian guy was saying he did kill himself.
Oh, I thought you said he said he didn't kill him. My fault. Okay.
No. He was saying, yeah, no, he killed himself. There's nothing fishy going on.
And then Joe's like, but the cameras were this way.
Yeah, Joe was just being like, hey.
By the way, who's getting that information? Was it was he there in the prison? Like, you know what? The cameras usually face this way. It's like, oh, I didn't know that you toured this facility once a week. I didn't know you were the security guard here at this federal.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking? Like, who? Oh no, I know I have good intel that the camera was facing northeast, usually southwest, maybe south directly, but no. Normally, it is a 1:30 time of the security. This was around 6-7 o'clock facing. Like, dude, come on, man. You're not at the fucking prison, all right? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I know.
Why has no one ever questioned him on anything like that? Or anyone? I shouldn't say him. Anyone that like says that. It's like, were you there? Like, were you there?
Yeah. Also, do you know who Oz Perlman is? I just saw that guy too.
Nope, but I'm gonna look him up.
He's like a mentalist or whatever.
Oz.
It's pretty cool. I'm kind of into that shit, you know. Like it's like he's like a magician guy, but just like he does it with different shit instead of cards.
I've never seen this guy ever.
Kind of a sucker for that stuff, though. You know.
Is he like one of those guys that like? You're thinking of a word and he knows like what you're thinking kind of thing?
Yeah, like guesses your bank pin and shit.
He might have been on WFAN because
he does sports stuff, he said in the interview.
What's AI mode on Google?
I don't know. Google AI sucks though.
Yeah, I think he was on WFAN with the Boomer and Geo show. Yeah, roughly. Yeah,
he said he's done a lot of sports stuff.
It makes sense. Yeah, no, I like stuff like this, definitely.
Yeah, it was cool. I'd never heard of him before, but I saw like part of the Joe Rogan thing, and he was like, I'm a sucker for a good like magician type shit, you know.
I'm a sucker for that, but part of me is like, dude, I would just be playing blackjack all the time and just reading or like poker and just like reading people's fate. Like if you're that good, and it seems like he's that good, like why can't you beat these motherfuckers?
Right. Yeah, what about you? You watch anything besides the fucking Knicks?
The fucking Knicks. YouTube. My algorithm's been kind of bad lately. I like how like that's.
What do you do?
I like how you say.
Whitey?
I like how you're saying it like that. Like I did not sound like that.
Well, it's because how you said it.
That's not how I said it.
It was like, by the way, it was like the first sentence you were like, "What do you do?"
Because I was thinking about it on the way. I was like, "Oh, we got an episode."
You were stewing for like a day about it. Because like the second I came on, you were like, "You little bitch, you always naysay." I like made fun of your fucking Rubik's cube. Once.
I wish we could play that back right now because that's not how I said it.
Like, what do you even do? You don't like anything. You're a
loser.
Yeah, you're a loser.
Hold on. Let me go on my watch history real quick on my phone.
Yeah, what do? You just work a lot?
Not more than the average person, probably.
Because it seems like you don't really. It seems like you haven't really watched much either, and I've been busy. So what's do you just like? Or I guess you have a girl too. I don't have a girl.
I was really locked into the playoffs for a little while. So there was like a 1-2 month. All right, let's see. Yesterday, a brief history of asbestos. That was so. The sad, greedy death of Little Big Planet. That was so.
Oh yeah. How
Toy Story 4 destroyed a print. That was meh. The John Stewart.
You watch the most. I forget how random the shit you watch.
Is that random?
Little Big Planet.
I like a variety.
I haven't heard of that game since I was fucking 12.
I'm a big variety pack kind of guy. You know, I don't want just one flavor. All right, well, hold on. Wait, hold on. I'll read. I swear to God, I will read out every video from Monday. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Why isn't Stephen Kwan an Easy Out? It was an okay video.
Well, I don't know what that is.
He's a baseball player. 10 bridges that shouldn't exist but do.
Oh my God.
Why the golden age?
Dude, you're watching fucking dad shit. That's like what my dad would watch if he watched YouTube.
Why the golden age of air travel was awful. That was definitely a drawn out. The forgotten animals that rivaled the dinosaurs. I was pissed at that one because they didn't. Whatever.
What was it?
The forgotten animals that rivaled the dinosaurs. It was just a video about old fish.
Is that Kirk Gottman guy?
Kurtzagats?
Yeah,
No,
that sounds like a Kurtzagat.
I
Why
haven't.
hooking dinosaur?
I'm kind of like I haven't been into Kurtzagats in a little
He's a,
while now. It's
he's a
just
big fat phony.
it's.
That's all he is.
Well, I think it's a team of people.
Yeah, they're all phony. I liked like one video once, and then I watched another one, and I was like, this kind of stinks. And then I watched another one, and it was just like, these guys suck. They're just like science is religion guys.
This one, this one I didn't watch. It's just in my history. This one's well, I watched it for like 5 seconds. I gave up.
You know, if you throw a can on the ground,
oh, dude,
the planet will never heal.
Buy now, default
Like,
later.
shut up, Kurtzagat.
Those videos all suck. I don't know why I watched more than one. Oh, why some fruits won't ripen on your counter. That was okay. Minute Earth I like Minute Earth. The most common allergy in the world. It's the thing in Poison Ivy. That was pretty. Oh, dude, I've been watching like a lot of 80s, 90s, like elementary school, like physics type things. Like
oh yeah, you like science. I forgot.
The mysterious isochronosis curve. The extraordinary origins of ordinary things. I forget if I watched. I think I gave up on that. Oh, the rise and fall of bodybuilding.com. That video, I turned that off so quick. Humanity's greatest sin. Solar Sands. He's an okay YouTuber from time to time. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I'd say like every 3 out of 4 videos I like from him. Oh, dude, but this was the worst video of them all. Magic's most hated magician. I gave up on this. I watched it for 5 seconds, gave up on it, was like, all right, let me give it another chance. And then I watched it for like 2 minutes. I'm like, I can't. I'll just Google who the fuck this guy was. Like, I cannot watch this. Video is brutal.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my Monday. I watch way too much YouTube now that I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was one day. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I got. I mean, you're talking about. I don't see. That's the thing. I watch a lot of short things that add up to a lot of screen time.
Those don't sound like short things. Those sound like 20-minute videos.
I mean, the Solar Sands one was 30+ minutes. It was literally 30+ minutes about why you should eat less meat.
It sounds like I already know the type of video it is, where it's like some guy who thinks he probably he's probably like European.
Which one?
For like, all those science ones you named were like,
the science
the dinosaurs.
Ones? Yeah. The Minute Earth one, that might be like American, maybe Canadian. I don't know.
I just know it's some boring European nerd, just like
which ones? Wait, hold on. Let me.
All of them. But everything you just listed.
I don't think so. I mean, the magician one was
video essays.
Oh yeah, Solar Sands was like a video essay. Man carrying thing or woman carrying. He'll do a video essay every now and then.
You know who I watched the other day that I hadn't seen in like a decade is fucking Casually Explained.
Great.
That guy still
big
makes videos.
Story. That one I don't. Yeah, he does. I saw his latest one. I think it was about engineering.
It was funny. I was like, oh yeah, this guy still makes some funny stuff. I haven't seen him in a decade, but this guy's great still.
That actually reminds me. Let me look up Oversimplified because he's probably due for a video like 6 months from now. Videos. Oh, the last one he did was 4 months ago. Never mind. We won't see him for another year. Blue Jay video. You there?
Yes. So we're gonna.
Have you been talking
play
this whole
Mario?
time?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't have the Switch 2.
I mean, yeah, but like in like 2 years, maybe when we both have it.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get it.
I probably won't get it for like 2 years, but in 2 years when I get it, it'll probably be cheaper, and maybe your girl will get it.
Why don't we just play Switch 1?
Because I gave mine to my dad, remember? And I didn't even have Mario Kart anyway.
This guy.
I really got out of gaming at the right time, though. I saw like a, they do those reveals for like summer games coming this summer. It's like, there were like 20 games and they all look like they stunk.
Summer game. So where do you find like stuff like that? Summer games. Is that like a
It's
website?
it'll be like a live stream on YouTube from like Xbox or whatever like, and it's like an expo where like they just advertise what games are coming soon.
Okay.
But they all look like they fucking suck dick. Like
I was just gonna say
every single one.
anything. I guess nothing you're interested in at all.
No, and it's not just because I don't game anymore. It's literally like even if I did, it's nothing like even the whole chat was the whole time like people like it seemed like gaming's kind of in a weird spot. Like nothing good's really coming out of any company right now.
We could just be old.
Yeah, but I feel like I said, even the chat of like
Because
probably mostly kids were like, "This sucks."
there's another. I'm relating it to what you're saying. There was another YouTube video that I clicked on a couple days ago, and it was like movies just don't seem like movies anymore. And
Well, that's true too. I feel like.
well, that's the thing. And I watched it for like 30 seconds. I turned it off because I was like, this kind of it wasn't that good of a video, honestly. But in my head, I'm like, I think you're just old. I think movies now are made for people who are younger for the most part, and they just like different stuff and they like the way it looks differently. Like, yeah, it probably doesn't feel like movies because you were used to something different in your like time of being in your 10s and 20s.
I just feel like they took more risks back then. Like not everything was a sequel, with games. Like there were actually like original games coming out back when I was younger. Now it doesn't seem like that. I feel, and you could be right. I could just be old and like not paying attention as much, but it didn't seem that way. It seemed like it was just all sequels that didn't look that good. There was no game that like caught where I was like, oh, this looks like a new cool thing. It was all just like, oh, Call of Duty 18, fucking Grounded 2, fucking this 3, this 5, like
Little Big Planet 4.
yeah, like can we get like a game, guys? Can like anyone come with like a new idea?
But I saw on Twitter it looked like a new game where it's almost like a Fortnite game, but people are fighting in like they're like miniature, so they're like fighting in like some dude's like room or something. They're like it's like action figures, but they're fighting like it's Fortnite.
Like Zelda's trans, bro.
Did he not? Did I not just say something?
Sorry, what'd you say?
What?
I'm mad. I'm still mad.
Wait, what do you mean Zelda's trans?
No. What'd you say? I want to address what you said.
There's a game where it's like action figures, but they're fighting like Fortnite. Unless it is a version of Fortnite.
Action figures. Oh, like yeah, like Roblox.
No.
Oh no, you mean actual like like in the store and stuff, like you're an actual action figure. I've seen
it's called Hypercharge Unboxed.
That one actually looked cool.
Yeah, so there's a new game. I mean, they're not going to be all
but that wasn't on the Summer Expo thing I watched.
Well, I mean, it came out already, so fucking, go play it.
Yeah.
What about Zelda though? What did you say?
Zelda's trans. Fucking, it's all going to shit,
No, but why are you saying that? I don't understand why you're saying that.
Because Zelda's trans.
Why? But you're saying it. What's the? You're not. What's the joke? I don't get it.
There is no joke. I'm just telling you a statement. Zelda is transgender. That's what we're living in.
I don't get it. I before
like the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah,
like the game
Link, who I despise.
I know you don't like Link.
Wait, hold on. Wait, stop. I just looked it up. You're telling me for forever now, I've been calling Link gay, and by the way, everyone else in their mother
everyone,
and,
yeah,
and
Link
now,
is gay.
And Zelda's got a dick.
No, apparently, bro.
I told you! Not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's fine. We all go through a phase, like, it's fine, but, you've been hunting for her.
Well, you know what annoys me? Because the dude or girl or whatever it is does kind of look like Zelda.
Wait,
like actually really looks like Zelda, but it actually looks like Link too.
Jem, hold on. My arms are literally in the air saying, wait. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, you have to actually like give me some context. What are you talking about right now?
Zelda.
Jem, you can't stop. Who's saying that?
How could it be any more complicated than those three words?
What do you mean by? I legitimately have no idea what you're talking about.
So
Are you telling me there's a new video
they
game?
casted a movie. They're making a movie.
You
for
didn't
Zelda.
say that. I don't know what you're talking about, Jim.
Well, what did you think I meant? What
I
the
thought
fuck
you.
else could I have meant?
thought that Mr. Nintendo. I don't know who the creator of Zelda is. Nintendo. I thought.
Miyamoto.
Is that who it is? Is that who created?
I believe so. Yeah.
Maximoto, I thought he said that, hey, I thought there was like a recent thing by the CEO of Nintendo that says, by the way, Zelda's or I don't know. I have no context. You're giving me nothing here.
My bad. I thought you knew what I was talking about.
No.
Yeah, no, they're the casting for a movie.
Okay, so they're making a Zelda or
a live action Zelda movie.
What's the name of the video game again, by the way?
It might not even be live action.
It's the Legend.
I think
of Zelda,
it is live
right?
action.
The Legend of Zelda movie. They're oh wow, 2027. Okay, they're making a movie. Okay.
It's live action and Zelda is trans.
Well, okay. All right. See, and this is the thing that I hate with you. Are they casting someone that is trans or the
Yes.
But
to be fair, he or she does look like Zelda.
But now, is that person though playing a female character, or they're playing?
Yes, I believe they would be playing Zelda as a regular female character.
All right. Well, I mean,
but it's a guy.
I've seen Daniel Day-Lewis play a paralyzed person before, so I mean, it kind of all works out. Last time I checked, he can walk.
Yeah, it could work out. I'm not saying it can't.
Yeah, as long as the acting.
But it could go disastrously as well. It's like, why can't you just hire a girl? And guarantee it'll be a girl?
Why can't you hire someone who's disabled?
You could.
Okay then. It's the same thing. This is
It's not the same
It is.
thing.
It is because this is.
It's not.
Can I finish? It's a little.
Zelda is a woman.
Can I finish? But Daniel Day-Lewis is not paralyzed.
Zelda does not have a dick. That is a thing that everyone knows.
You didn't know
She
that.
has tits.
You didn't know that. You didn't. Well, this girl, I'm
all
sure.
know that.
I didn't know, but dude, I've been saying. Well, hold on. I actually don't even know the storyline. Technically, is the storyline just he's like going through like a Lord of the Rings kind of thing to get to Zelda? Link.
It's that mixed with like Mario, like where he's saving her. She's a princess of Hyrule. And he's Link.
I'm gonna say this because like I'm sure people.
It's the hero's journey.
Can I finish? I'm sure people on the internet have been very mature and not ill will to one another about this.
Well,
can I say one thing? Can I just say one?
You can, yeah.
And then I'll. This is
this is my Nyx, by the way.
I don't know what it is.
This is my.
I might be
watching the Nyx.
I know.
When I read Zelda's trans.
I'm only going to say the statement. I don't know if this is true coming out of my mouth, but the first thing I thought is this is different than when you have a white character and then they cast a black person for that character. Like for some reason, this feels different. I think it's because like, because in a way, if you're a guy who's trans, I understand what I'm saying is like barbaric and archaic compared to what like the fucking realm of the world is now. But you're kind of just like pretending to be a girl, basically. You know what I mean? Like at least where you can't really pretend to be white when you're black. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. Exactly.
One is hidden a lot better. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like if the officer guy description, it's like black male, and the guy's like officer. Nah, why would I lie? Like
it's true though. Yeah.
So it feels a little bit different. Also, I am looking this girl looks like what Zelda would look like.
It does. Well, he or she also looks like what Link looks like. Here's the thing: why not just have this guy play or this girl or whatever play Link? Because I think he is an actual guy to female trans. Well, and that's kind of like Link has always looked feminine. So it's like, why not just? Because it looks like Link.
Maybe they think they're the person. Who's the actor? I need to know the person's name because I'm not doing he, she all
Hunter Schafer, I think it says. I'm looking at it right now.
You can't be a girl and have the name Hunter Schafer.
I know, it's unreal.
What are we doing?
It's crazy.
Can we have Heidi Schafer? Like, what are we doing here?
I know. Now you're trying to.
Yeah,
dude.
People. She looks, dude. If you never told me she was trans, I would have been like, I would have never guessed that was a dude, except in this picture. But I would have never guessed.
You would if you saw his hands. You know, the hands always give it away. I've always said that.
Hands.
Until they come up with hand surgery, you'll never fool me.
Well, I didn't see the person's hands.
Guy hands just look different, you know.
I mean, I don't know why they casted the person. Who knows? I mean, I'm not going to pretend to be on her.
But why,
because
why
of this conversation? This is why they casted this conversation.
No. I know, but you could have. Why do you need to? Why do we always have to have this conversation?
This is so your.
It is, dude. Because it's like, why would you kneecap the project?
Because it's not
beginning stage.
It's like not kneecapping.
If you're gonna just divide, yes, it is, dude. You're just gonna divide the fucking audience.
I don't know
directly in half. Because
a lot of projects have done this and became very, very big financial successes.
Like what? Everyone that's done it in the past 5 years has failed miserably before it's even fucking released.
I'm sure there's bad ones, but there's good ones too. I can't.
Like what?
I don't watch a lot of movies.
I hate being that guy, by the way. Name the example, but
I don't know. I would have to fucking. I bet that Harry Potter thing with Black Snape is gonna do great.
I promise you, it's not.
You think Harry Potter is not gonna do great? It's Harry fucking Potter.
It doesn't matter.
Go ahead and play Harry Butthole Pussy Potter. Sorry.
Even people defending all the other castings, even the most progressive whatever people are all saying, yeah, it's a bad casting for Snape. And Snape is such a core character. If they get him wrong, like it seems like they are, it's gonna be disastrous.
Well, I'm trying to think. I actually can't think of a movie off the top of my head because I really just don't know. We would have to get examples and then we can.
Little Mermaid flop. Snow White flop.
Hold on. Little Mermaid, right? 2023 box office. The live action Little Mermaid. Oh, that's
it was a rough one.
Yeah, $570 million. What was the budget? Little Mermaid budget. 2.4. I wouldn't say flop, but they definitely have.
Because I think there's something weird with that where it's not exactly the numbers you would think. They need to make more than just.
Oh no, I know.
A profit to even break even. I don't know how
you have to
works.
Roughly make maybe 2 to 3 times more. So let's just go 2. That's roughly 500 million, and their box office worldwide was 570. But that's also not counting DVD. I would not say flopped, but.
It was a flop.
That's not
for Disney. That was
no. Well, you're moving the goalpost like always. That's not a flop.
How is that moving the goalpost?
You said that's a flop. I said I don't think that's
things
a flop.
Are relative.
You said that's a flop. I said I don't think that's a flop, and then you said for Disney that's a flop. That's a different.
Yeah, for Disney.
No, for Disney that's a flop. Is Disney?
Because it's Disney that put it out.
For Disney that's a flop is different.
You have to grade things on
for Disney,
who they are.
That's different. You said it's a flop, so you said it without any. You said it's a flop with no.
Because it's a given that we all know it's Disney.
You said it's
it was a flop.
You said it's a flop with no context of before and after. You said for Disney it's a flop. So in general,
why do you think it's not a flop? What's your justification?
No. Well, is it a flop or for Disney is it a flop? What are we talking about?
I think in general it is.
It's not. I don't think it's a flop. No.
Why?
Because a flop for movies, in my opinion, is kind of saying it was a bust.
Like losing money?
Well, you're not letting me finish. A flop in movie. Well, we don't know if it lost
because you take a long time to answer.
We don't. I know that you have an attention span of an 8-year-old, but I'm trying to give you an answer.
Says the guy on YouTube the whole time. That's rich.
There was another thing. I was eating the salt and vinegar chips from Lay's, and I said, other nigga got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick.
And you said this should be rich.
I was not expecting.
Dude,
you were like, I'm eating fucking. I'm like, motherfucker.
Dude, they were not that good.
I know, but they're better than Wise.
No, they're not.
Are you kidding me? Wise salt and vinegar suck.
They're not, dude.
I love
salt and vinegar chips. Should be destroying the roof of my mouth when I eat them. These were not even close. Okay, I should have crystals lodged in my nasal cavity right now.
No, wise sucks.
I got pee again. I've been drinking too much water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna pee too, actually.
All right, well, pee in that bottle.
What?
What? And we're back. All right, I don't even know if he's here yet. Back. Me. All right, hold on. Let me read this whole thing. The 2023 live action remake of The Little Mermaid grossed worldwide. The box. This includes. Yo, you there?
I just got back.
You want to keep talking about the mermaid thing or the Lay's potato chips?
It doesn't matter to me. I'm fuming about the thing, but
What about what?
I'm
About
fuming
what?
about both. I'm fuming about both.
Well, which one do you want to talk about?
It doesn't matter.
No, your choice. Your choice.
Who cares about anything?
Yeah, that's someone who's suicidal. That's something.
No, that's just someone who's too busy to give a fuck
You're
about
not
anything
busy.
right now.
What are you?
I'm so busy.
With what?
Dude.
With what, Jim? What are you doing?
With everything.
What do you
dude.
do?
I'm burnt out. That's what it is. I
With
need
what? Are you mowing too many lawns? Tell your dad to give yourself like a vacation.
the day job, the editing. I'm just not taking a lot of time for me.
Have you uploaded anything yet with all the editing?
Whitey. How many times have we been over this?
What?
How many times? You know what? You tell me what you do. I'll tell you what I do.
Well, all right, how about this? How about when we're off air, you tell me what you do?
No.
Oh, well,
That's not what I just said.
Imagine if you're like,
That's
okay.
not what we just said. It has nothing to do with being on or off air. It's, you don't share anything with me.
But the editing is new.
Editing is new, he says.
The editing is new. You
met me through editing. You fucking.
No, but this is the editing you're doing.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, like, what do you do? Like, I've never seen a goalpost. I've never seen a goalpost on skates more in my life.
I've never seen you just fucking lost everything. you
timestamp that 1:11:25.
Damn, you don't have those that often either. Usually it's me.
Oh, dude, the one. What was?
I sound like a retard. Dude, there's so many times you'll send me a thing and I'm like, I'm just praying it's like one finally of you. And it's always just me making some fucking weird noise that I can't defend. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
All right, we can talk the Lay's potato chips. That's you. I like Wise. You like a bad chip. That we're never gonna.
It's not Whitey.
It
it's
is.
Fucking
it
Lay's.
Smelled like cheese, like weird.
You can't
cheese.
say it like it's a Costco chip. It's a fucking. It's.
I'd
Lay's,
I'd have a bowl and basket chip before a Lay's.
Lay's
potato
could
chip.
buy Wise and make it its fucking.
So it's a $1 thing, huh?
It's not just.
So Key and Peele is funnier than Whitest Kids You Know.
Whitey, it's Lay's.
Is Key and Peele
You're
better?
saying Pepsi's better than Coke.
Is Key and Peele better than Whitest Kids You Know?
Ain't not a.
Yeah, so then shut up. Then shut up.
But Wise is not.
Just because one's more
Whitest Kids You Know.
successful, it doesn't mean that it's better.
Yeah, but it's successful because it's good. It's not successful just because it's marketed.
So why was Key and Peele successful? Oh, I just bit my tongue. Key and Peele. That's actually I'm bleeding. My tongue's bleeding.
Oh my god!
You know that taste you get when you bite your tongue. That iron taste.
You get a fat tongue just slapping around.
Who cares if you're twins? Dude, they should get a genius with a lisp to argue on TV. I'd watch that all day.
Oh, dude!
I'm not saying I'm genius. I'm just saying like no one would listen to the person's point just because.
No. They could have the best point in the world, but if they sound stupid, you're just gonna be like, he's an idiot.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's like that means like people who are deaf. That's actually true. People who are deaf or blind, people would think they're retarded. Yeah. Like he can't read good because he's stupid. It's like no, it's because he needs glasses and they weren't invented yet. They're not going to be invented for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. All right, the fucking Disney flop. Can I explain why I don't think it's a flop?
Yeah, but I feel like you're arguing just to argue because I'm not. Because I told you to name a movie and now you're fixated on this one because it's kind of subjective.
No, I'm not fixated. I actually would like to move on to another. I just want to explain why I don't think it's a flop. So I'll kind of relate it to sports. So when they have the NFL draft, usually like if you're picked high in the first round, some people, even if that guy has like an okay career, like Clowney's a good example. I always forget. I always mispronounce his first name, but Clowney I think he's an edge rusher. He might be an interior rusher now. I forget. But he's had an okay to good. He's actually had a good career overall. Is he going to make the Hall of Fame? No. Was he like? Did he have one of the best seasons ever? No. Was he ever like top 1 or 2 in set? No. But he had an okay career. But coming out of college, he was projected to be like this. Like people when he was playing college were like, this is the best football player in the world. Like when he goes to the pros, he's going to crush it. He had an okay career. So with the flop thing, yes, I think they had higher hopes. I would assume they had much higher hopes. They probably thought this was going to be a $1 billion+ movie. It wasn't. But I don't think this is necessarily flop. I think this is more so like with the like a bust or a flop, I think you shouldn't be called a bust unless like you had an atrocious career. Just like I don't think this can be considered a flop for 2 reasons. One, I don't think the overall numbers are flop worthy. I think they're more, this is disappointing and this did not, I mean, we projected to make a lot more money, so this is not good. And also, I don't know if they lost money on this. Again, I think, and I've watched videos where like you kind of you need to make like 2 or 3 times more than your budget to make a profit. Like if you go based on 2 times. All right,
I got something.
Well, can I just finish? I'm almost done. If you go 2 times more, then technically this money might have made this movie might have made a profit. It might have not.
Right.
So I don't. That's another reason. I'm not saying it's flop. I really don't know if it lost money.
I think because here's the thing is, remember when I said when we first started talking about this, I said I think there's more to the numbers than just the budget versus the profit. Like, and so I found something here on Forbes. It says the first cash was the reimbursement, which came 62, bringing the movie's cost down to 289 million. Deducting that from Disney's $285 million share of the theater takings gives the movie result at the box office, which was a $4.9 million loss. So they almost wrote, that's a flop. Okay, they lost money.
So Forbes is stating
after the theaters.
Forbes is stating that they 100% lost money on this.
Yeah, it says they made like $570 million. The budget was $2 whatever, and then apparently the theaters takings. The movie theaters takings was another 285.
Is it Fox that owns Forbes? What are we doing there?
Disney probably owns Forbes.
I'm not. Listen, I'm going to say 2 things. One, if they did lose money, then yeah, it was a flop. With that being said, dude, the amount of times I've ever brought up a source and you just immediately discredit the source, and then all of a sudden you're a big Forbes guy here. You're a fucking you're an annual subscription holder.
This is talk about. But this, I've never seen. You ever seen that guy running down the field with the post?
Jeb, this is what you do. I'm doing what you do. Anytime I bring up a source, you poo-poo it.
I know, but I'm not basing this on the source. I'm basing this on the information which I
led with. That's the source. You're getting the information from the source. What are you talking? That's like saying I'm not basing this on Wikipedia. No. I'm basing it on the article on Wikipedia.
No, I'm saying that it makes sense that movie theaters would take a share.
Yeah, but you're basing all those numbers on what Forbes.
So you have to factor that number.
Why? Because you believe Forbes? What if Forbes? What if Forbes is giving you misinformation?
Right. I'm not saying this exact number, but I'm saying that is a number we weren't factoring in.
I was, though.
Besides the budget, when I was the theaters.
I was factoring that in. When I say a movie most likely, and I could be wrong on this, but when I say a movie most likely has to maybe 2.5, 3 times its budget in the box office to make a profit, I'm factoring in what the movie takes, the marketing of the movie, and a lot of other intricacies that go into all the fucking money that's spent on promoting this movie.
Right.
So I am factoring also that in.
Well, then even by your definition, it wouldn't have made money. Because it wasn't 3 times.
No, well,
it wasn't even 2.
I don't know. It was. I don't know if you heard me a couple minutes ago. I'm saying I don't know if that number is 100% accurate, but if it's
only, who are you basing those numbers on?
Forbes. I saw it on Forbes. couple months ago.
Oh, so you're using Forbes too?
Yeah, we're big Forbes guys.
All right, so then we're both using Forbes. So
no, I have that number.
I mean, I feel like Forbes is pretty.
That number
is Forbes not reputable?
Jem, I'm not getting into this debate or conversation with you.
I feel like this type of information is pretty public, right? I don't think this is like something you could just like make up.
The 2 to 3 times, I mainly get that from a YouTube channel I've been watching a good amount recently, but also I also looked into it more. And
I get it.
Yeah, well, that actually helps your argument.
You watched the whole the Little Mermaid didn't flop video. I get it. Yeah, anytime you watch a video, it'll become a fucking hour-long argument with us because now you just believe it for life.
I don't believe it. That's why I'm saying I don't know. How many times do I have to say I don't know? But you are guaranteed.
You could get the source from the exact CEO of the company, but if you watch some autistic kid fucking
so the CEO of a company isn't a liar? Really? You believe the Apple CEO?
No, but you believe the kid fucking...
You believe the CEO who's selling you the product?
Yeah, you believe
Lay's CEO.
Corey hates movies.
These chips are great. There's no air in this bag.
Come on,
dude! You come on. It
was a flop. All right, so next.
I don't know if it was.
You still haven't named one that's worked.
Well, Nick, give me another movie.
No, you have to provide because I said I don't think there's ever been one that's fucking.
I don't know movies like that. I can't. I don't know. I'm not in the know. Can you give me
an olive branch at least? Can you?
What about The Last of Us? The Last of Us is something that's getting killed.
But
no. Hold on.
Absolutely. Hold on. I mean, they lost like half their viewership in an episode, dude.
Wait. Is it not doing well though? Like, is it actually not doing well financially?
Yeah. No. It tanked. Overnight.
The Last of Us. It has 2 seasons already.
People hate the fuck. Well, yeah, but that's because it's based on a fucking video game and it's HBO. Like, they have funding.
But is it making money? That's the question.
Ain't no way.
Well, all right. I'm going to look it up.
Not anymore.
The Last of Us TV show making a profit?
I don't even know how they make a profit in general anyway.
Yes, The Last of Us TV. Now, listen, this is Google AI.
I'm not trusting nothing.
But you'll trust...
Especially if it's Google AI.
But Forbes, yes. Google AI,
yeah, but no. We talked about the dude.
You are a confirmation bias mother...
See, he knows
you are the most confirmation bias motherfucker.
You know you're wrong, so you just step all over.
No, I don't. I'm waiting to be proven wrong. If we can get 3 more things
I'd love to tell you why.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Let me get it out. All right. So Google AI once, I punched in, I was like, would it be possible for the Pokemon... Would it be possible for the Pokemon...
I love you. Just tell me you don't trust Google AI. I'll open ChatGPT. I don't need an example.
Whitey.
I don't need an example.
Whitey. It told me that a leaf Pokemon could beat a fire Pokemon because leaf beats fire.
Well, I mean,
it's the exact opposite.
Google AI can go fuck itself.
Yeah, Google AI is out of its fucking mind.
The Last of Us TV.
And we've talked about this. Don't act like we haven't shit on Google
I know,
AI
but that's all you had to say. That's all you had to say.
Actually,
that's all you had to say. I didn't need another example. Like you said, we talked about this.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
You're in win the argument mode.
I'm not.
I'm trying to get through to you.
All right. I swear to you, I am not in win argument. I just want some examples.
See, now you're mad. Now he's yelling.
All right.
you.
All right. I looked up on ChatGPT. Is The Last of Us TV show making a profit? It says, yes, The Last of Us has indeed turned a healthy profit for HBO/Max despite its hefty production costs. Would you like me to read on, or do you not even care? If you don't care, then I'm not even gonna. I'll stop reading.
I don't care because
I'll stop reading.
The episode just came out that like tanked the show, so it's like, yeah, we'll see their next quarterly.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Hold on. The argument.
I guarantee there will not be a season 3. I'll call it right now. There will not be a season 3.
I'll ride this out. That's a different.
No. Put a bet on.
I'll ride this out.
You think there'll be a season 3 of that show?
I'll ride this out. Jem,
exactly. You won't even say it.
Jem, that's not.
You've seen the memes.
Right, here we go.
You've seen that fucking frumpy ass girl.
Can I get a fucking freckle on my face? I mean, this is crazy.
There won't be a season 3 though. Just admit it. You know there won't.
Has nothing to do with the argument.
That has everything. It's a flop. It's
Nope,
done.
nope.
If they cancel a show, it's flopped.
See, and this is the move.
No one cancels a profitable show.
Jam, moving the goalposts. Moving the goalposts.
No one kills a healthy dog, Whitey.
Yes, they do. If they bite a child, they kill a healthy dog.
Zelda's trans, Whitey.
That's what it all comes back to.
It does. I'm not even going to pretend it doesn't.
You're just mad that Zelda's trans, and but I'm not. Hold on, I'm not getting segued.
I'm like that Shane Gillis joke, like Mr. Potato Head's trans now. All right, like I read that and I was like steaming for like an hour.
Jem, if The Last of Us doesn't have a season 3, when you say the last episode tanked the show, what happened in the last episode?
Like there was a big scene from the video game that was just acted horribly and people hated.
Stop right there. Hold on. Stop.
And that was like the straw on the camel's back too. It's more complicated than just the one like quick thing. You know what I mean?
It kind of. All right. If you remember, the reason we had this discussion was why do like movies or TV shows and all that cast like someone that's like not for the part, basically, right?
Yes.
Like why a trans person when it's a girl? Why a black person when it's a white guy? Why this? Why a bad episode because of bad acting deep into season 2 is not saying that this episode flopped because the white guy was played by, but those are two different things, dude.
It's because of her as an actress, and then also when it was first announced that she would be playing
Ellie.
But
the show was doing. Yeah, no, I understand that point. I understand that, but
there was a big divide, and like it would have been so much more successful because only half the people actually went and watched. I didn't even watch it.
But you're predicting that. You don't actually know that.
No, it is true.
You don't. If it's true, then do it that way. Then why?
You think if they casted the character better that everyone loved from the video game, more people wouldn't have watched it?
That's different than actually saying, do you think they would have gotten the right? Like, imagine if they casted an actor that say looked like the person, but when they actually started rolling and stuff, the person.
You can do both.
Yeah, but what if the person wasn't?
Don't do this thing that people do on fucking like. Well, if it looked like it has to be, it's like she's not even a good actor and she doesn't look like her. That's 2 strikes you're out.
But it was making a good profit though, right? Until this, possibly until this last episode.
I don't know if it was.
But again, we might as well not have a discussion because anything it sounds like
it did have a season 2 in your defense. It did. So I'm sure it made some money.
That wasn't my defense. My defense was what I was reading on ChatGPT, but you don't believe that, so it doesn't matter.
No, but I'm saying in your defense, if a show gets a season 2, it's probably doing good.
Possibly, yeah, it's a strong possibility. I mean, a lot of shows.
So that's on your side.
Okay, so that means they cast.
It could have been so much better. That means it could have been so much better.
You don't know. It could have. Maybe it could.
I don't know that.
No,
if there was a better actor playing the person, of course it would be better.
But, dude, okay. We don't know if that's a possibility because there's so much. All right. One, hold on.
There's no good actresses in Hollywood that could have played that role.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, one, you have to find, first off, you have to cast a bunch and find one that you're not, you think like just making, making a movie or a TV show, it sounds
there
like.
There are 700,000 actresses lining up to play any role ever. You act like there's a shortage of actresses.
I can never get a full thought in. I can never get a full thought in.
No, they picked the girl that's famous from Game of Thrones because it brings fucking eyes to the
180 episodes. I don't think I've ever gotten a full thought. Not in a trillion years.
Oh, Mr. Poor Me.
Yeah.
I still never went back and listened to that. I gotta.
Dude, it was so crazy. No, dude. All right,
I don't remember it.
What I'm legitimately trying to say is, one. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to get this out. It's actually incredible. It's actually incredible.
It's actually
no, I don't. It's
You're in like slow motion.
Well, then just be okay with it, and then. But you have to realize, if I got my thought out, then we would have been done with this half an hour ago.
Fair enough.
What I'm trying to say is, one, when you're casting and shit, and I don't know this fully too because I'm not in the world either. But like, you have to find someone. You have to find.
Suddenly, Whitey's a director. All of a sudden,
why do I give you? Why do I?
When you put a casting call out, you never.
Why do I ever give you a branch for you to land your goddamn feet on? Why do I ever let you have the chance to build a nest? What I'm trying to say is, you know what? Fuck it. She sucks. You suck. Everything sucks. You're right.
Just admit she sucks.
I never saw the show, but she does. Like the memes are hilarious. The memes are.
They are.
It's amazing. I don't know.
I don't even particularly dislike her. I thought she was good in Game of Thrones, but she just looks funny.
I didn't know she was in Game of Thrones.
She just looks nothing like Ellie. When I saw the casting for that, I was like, I'll never watch that show.
Yeah, but
on that alone.
That's the thing.
And I bet you there's so many more people like me too.
People, no, I'm not questioning that, but people did watch the show.
I know, but that's not an argument against what I'm saying. There could have been like 2 to 3 times the amount of people watching this.
Possibly,
show. Take it from like a good show to like holy shit, the biggest show.
Maybe
in the world.
Yes, maybe no. There's no way to, dude.
What do you mean?
Because what I'm trying to say is,
why do you say maybe?
It's
not maybe. If it's doing this good with a shit actress, it could do way better with a good one.
Because this is
just like 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah, but this is why I'm saying maybe. Yes, Olive Branch. If they got the perfect actress for this part, or the better actress for this part, then yeah, it possibly, or in your case, would have did better. I can't say though, whoever else they might have picked would have been a better thing. Like I can't predict that. I don't know that.
True. I'll agree with that.
Like you
never know. Yeah, someone could seem right for the role and then they suck.
Yeah, dude, that's all I'm saying.
And you know what else too is really grinds my gears?
Wise potato chips.
Well, definitely. Well, not just Wise, but the fact that you like them better than Lay's. It's not the fact that you like Wise.
Oh,
it's
dude,
okay
hold on,
to like Wise, but
I'm not gonna pause it. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 seconds.
He's running. He said he's not gonna pause it. Now I have to talk.
Dude.
Oh no.
Dude, hold on.
I tried to talk, but I failed.
Oh my god. Are you there?
Yeah, I tried to talk, but I didn't really say anything.
Dude, I got frosted cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts. Never had this flavor before. How crazy is that?
Whoa. Frosted
cinnamon.
Are these new?
I mean, I never seen them, and you know me, I'm the fucking Pop-Tart
we're like
club.
The
yeah, this is the Pop-Tart podcast.
We're like Pop-Tart fucking connoisseurs over here. Oh, I think I have seen this before. I might have even had this back in the day. I don't think this is new.
Oh, I never had it.
It seems like it could. It seems like it's like could either be just terrible or amazing.
I feel like it could be like the creme brulee one. It could be not good at all to wow, this is delicious.
Yes, it could be like brown sugar cinnamon level, or it could be like
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
s'mores.
This is gonna be like brown sugar cinnamon, but with a vanilla frosting, which is, I mean.
Oh, are you gonna taste it? Are we gonna get a live reaction?
Should I put it in the toaster?
Oh, you're toasting it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's definitely gonna be good if you toast it. You can toast any Pop-Tart. That's
true. Well, all right. Are you okay manning the show for like 2 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
No, I'm not. Can you put it in the toaster and then come back while it's cooking? He's already gone. Unbelievable. Actually unreal. He left me in the fucking dust. I feel like it could be good. I don't know though. Some of these ones they do are so dry. Like the s'mores, the cinnamon roll, the cookie dough one was fucking so dry. But if you toast it, I feel like it gets softer. This seems like it'd be a really good one. Although, wouldn't you think it'd be more popular if it was like good? Because I've heard of it now that I see it, but when he just said it, I was like, wait, that's a thing? And chocolate chip. The chocolate chip one's really dry. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could go either way. Pop-Tarts, though. I haven't had a Pop-Tart I would kill for a fucking... God damn, this looks good. Of course, with the fucking pictures they use for advertisements, it's like... Looks like it was home cooked by a fucking Swedish mom. Meanwhile, you get it in the package, it looks like someone sat on it. Pop-Tart. He expects me to just talk to myself for 2 minutes? Yeah, you fucking gourd. Yeah, so Zelda's trans, guys. I mean, what are we doing? I'm getting old. I'm getting too old. Let's see, what else? I'm dying up here. I got nothing. I forgot how much it sucks to podcast by yourself. What else did we talk? Oh, the Knicks riots. We pretty much covered everything. Pop Tarts. Oh, other flavors. Oh, my favorite Pop Tart probably it's between blueberry, brown sugar and cinnamon, and wild berry are probably the three. I don't even think I could choose between those. Those are just all three, like equal standing, like the tribunal of fucking Pop Tarts. And cherry though are like contenders. I think what I think it is. I think it's the sprinkles. The sprinkles for cherry and raspberry really, they're like crystals, if I remember right, and they kind of take away from it. The blueberry has the like sprinkles like melted in, but the cherry ones are like sharp crystals, and then what are the raspberry ones? But the raspberry ones were bomb too. Yeah, actually, nah, but blueberry's better. Blueberry's better. What are you talking about? Cookies and cream sucked. Marshmallows sucked. The s'mores sucked. Wait. Oh, those chocolate fudge ones sucked. They were all so dry. I think that's it, though. I can't think of any more. Girl Scout cookie? Oh, that sounds good. I don't know. I feel like new flavors these days, like, never, like, I think they're. I saw, like, what did I see? Doritos. Oh no, it was Lay's chips. Talking about Lay's chips. It was fucking, all the flavors are so, like, it takes, like, 4 words to even describe the flavor. It's like super chipotle, lime, fusion. It's like, can we just find another like basic staple? Or everyone probably thought of those already. This is terrible, by the way. I hope he never listens back to this, because I'll never hear the fucking end of it.
Fucking totally.
Dude, strawberry. I forgot about strawberry.
All right, I'm back.
Dude,
What?
that was terrible.
What?
I forgot how much podcasting alone sucks, dude. Holy shit.
Well, it was longer than 2. I'm sorry about that.
I had to just try to rant for 2 minutes about Pop-Tarts and say something even mildly interesting, and it was
My toaster
a fucking
broke.
slug. Of course.
It's like ready, and then it's not coming up. I'm like, what do you mean?
And I try give it a me.
And then I tried grabbing it. And my fingers are getting boiled alive, so then I have to unplug it and get a knife. I'm like, this is insane. I will say this smells like a cinnamon roll.
I feel like toasted is the best way you can have any Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I actually talked to someone who said, "Oh, I love Pop-Tarts." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Like, do you toast them?" He's like, "No, I've never had it toasted." I just,
well, that's crazy.
I walked away. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta head out. All right, I'm head out. All right, I'm gonna eat this.
Yeah. Do you like over toast it a little bit so the edges are a little bit crisp?
Yeah, the frosting gets a little brown.
Yeah, that's what I like it to be a tiny bit over. So, what's the what's the verdict here?
I need to let it cool down a little bit more, because like I'm not really letting it hit my tongue right now, or else it's gonna scald it. Yeah, I gotta give it like 1 more minute. But
that's like the fruit ones. When the fruit ones just come out, like it's too hot to even eat.
Oh, dude, when you see the jelly that oozed out, but then it's solidified because you burnt the sugar on it. It's it's the best.
It's so good. Like a nice blueberry Pop-Tart, just toasted. Oh
yeah. So I got a wild berry,
I love
brown sugar cinnamon, and then this new flavor because they're on sale.
Wild berry might be the best fruit toasted one.
All right. Is there any other movies? I'm trying. Hold on. What can you? I can't think. I can't like. How do you look that up? Like what? All right, let me chat. What movies did they cast? Let's
with
make
diversity hires.
Yeah. What? What movies did they cast a black actor for a role that was previously.
I feel like they should just not announce it also, you know? Because I feel like people would be less mad if they just went in not expecting it.
Yeah, but
the fact that they talk about it for
everything.
I know, but the fact that now people are unhappy with the casting choice for a full year before it even comes out is just kind of like, it's like the last thing you want.
Okay, how about this? Spider-Man Homecoming, Mary Jane, Zendaya. You love that movie, and that movie did really well.
It's a great fucking movie, but I hated her. She was the worst part of that movie.
It did amazing.
She was the only bad part of that movie.
But it did amazing, Jem.
Yeah, but it did amazing because of it's Spider-Man. It's Tom Holland.
But Jem, come on, it did amazing.
Think of how much more amazing it could have been.
I bet if The Little Mermaid did amazing, there was a good chance you would have said, "Yeah, well, it did amazing because it's The Little Mermaid."
No, because that Spider-Man wasn't black.
Come on. All right, hold on.
Spider-Man's the main character.
Let's look. All right. I don't. Little Mermaid.
But yeah, that is a good one though. That is a good one. I'll give you that. They did, but again, she was the worst part of that.
Deadpool 2. We actually like Domino's character. We
Deadpool 2,
talked good things about Domino's character. We said good things on. We said good things about her character on the show. That's the black girl that has like the white eye or whatever.
Oh, she's like luck based.
Yeah, the comic.
Yeah, see, but I didn't know
is
her.
a white with a pale skin and a black.
I didn't know that though. I was meeting her for the first time as a black woman, so I just liked the character. Yeah, that's
your perspective. But what I'm saying is, I'm sure there's a lot of people.
I'm sure there were people who were peeved.
Yes, but yet that movie did well.
Did it?
I can look at Deadpool 2.
I feel like
box office.
I've heard bad things about Deadpool 2, even though I liked it.
Deadpool 2, and this is a rated R movie, grossed $785 million worldwide. And now I'm going to look at the budget.
That seems pretty good.
The budget was $110 million, dude. This made 7 times more that.
Right, but Deadpool wasn't black also. That's another one where it's not the main character.
But this is not the argument we were...
We're talking about fucking Zelda!
All right, hold on. I think it cooled down. I'm gonna just eat it. Well, Zelda's not the main character! Link is the main character! Link is the name! But we talked about this! Link is
not the main character!
Link is the main character!
No, Link is you.
Luigi is the Mario Brothers also, but Mario's the main character.
You are Link.
Can I eat this Pop-Tart
Link
real
isn't
quick?
even a character. Yeah.
You calling me a fag? Right, hold on, I'm gonna eat this Pop-Tart.
I need to know if this is good or not. I need to know if I've been fucking led astray my whole life. I still think like brown sugar and cinnamon would just be a better without all the bells and whistles. But
you just hit the nail on the head. This is good. But brown sugar cinnamon's better.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's good though.
What's a little disappointing, it smell. I like how I'm a connoisseur.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing.
Remember, you know the skinny guy with the big suit who does the food reviews, the kid.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that guy. Yeah.
The smell is better than the taste.
Oh, yeah, one of those.
But it does leave a taste where, like, you kind of want more. However, I mean, that's every Pop-Tart ever.
Yeah, that's anything with sugar that's ever been invented.
It's okay. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not like it's bad. It's just not, like, S tier.
I'm trying to look at, like, a main character now, since we're fucking moving the goalposts every left and right.
It's not moving. It's Zelda, bro. It's never... The goalpost has been what it was. That's why I said The Little Mermaid. And I said Snow White, because those are both the main characters.
Fair
You're
enough.
the one who switched it to, like, whatever the... I forget what one you said.
Yeah, but that's only 2 movies. Is that, like... Are those the only 2 movies that have done that? I also
but you're the one saying there has been movies.
I also did The Last of Us, and we were proven so far that it's made a profit.
Yeah, but there won't be no. It's ultimately ruined. It might have started strong,
but every TV show ends, dude. Like movies are easy. It's one. Oh my god!
It's not going to end because it's actually ending. It's
Men in Black
because it's
Men in Black. Agent J was white.
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Agent J was white. If you're
what? One was black and one was white. What the fuck are you talking about?
Agent J was white. And in Men in Black, Agent J, which is Will Smith, is not white. Now, suck on that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Agent J
Mm-hmm.
in Men in Black is white in what?
Based on the original comic.
A comic, he says?
Oh my! We're never gonna. You know what? I love you.
You're naming a movie from the 90s?
I love you. We're never. There's no. You can get proven. You could get proven wrong, right? You're never gonna. It's never gonna happen.
Nah, that's because this. You're doing some
Men in Black. What did I do?
witchcraft
What did
here.
I do? What's the witchcraft? You tell me.
Well, first off, we were talking about like modern times. Like
I didn't know that.
obviously.
I
You're
again.
pulling out Men in Black.
Again,
Second
here
off,
comes the
who knew that
goalpost
was
on
a
the
comic
20-yard
before?
line. All of a sudden,
It wasn't a goalpost. You know, this is shady tactics. This is fucking. This is fucking just shadiness. This is someone coming behind me in the night.
potato chips would do.
Yeah, exactly. You know what you're doing here.
I don't. I don't know.
Also, it's Will fucking Smith. You know,
Is he black or what is he?
he's black, but it's Will Smith. I mean, at that point, he was at like the height of his career. You could put him in anything, and it would have been a success. Like,
was he at the height, or was that like the start?
Yeah.
This
is like right after Fresh Prince. This was like when he was like the guy.
I like
Independence Day, like you never saw like.
I remember with Afterman Black.
Yeah, but that was still the same. That was when he was like a lead role in like a ton of shit. That was like his biggest.
Man in Black, 1997. Independence Day release date. Oh no, 1996. I'm wrong. I'm sorry on that one. No. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, that was like his best run.
It was, but like, I guess the way, the way I heard it, it was almost like he was already at his peak. I feel like Men in Black like was part of like the peak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. It was still probably still catapulted him even more.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that was like one of the heights. It's like, no, this is part, and he still has room to climb.
Right. Because then he still went on to do like stuff after, like iRobot and I Am Legend and stuff like that.
I wanted to be like iRobot.
I feel like with that, I haven't seen that since it came out. I feel like that might not hold up. Was that I liked it at the time, I feel like.
It doesn't hold up. It like I would put it in the same realm as Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, I wanted to like that movie so much.
We all wanted to watch.
I love Shia LaBeouf. It might be the only thing I've ever seen Shia LaBeouf in that I didn't like.
And he was an iRobot, coincidentally.
Oh yeah, he was an iRobot.
Yeah, apparently he's got a thing for those.
Oh shit! I gotta rewatch that. Wait, whoa! You said it didn't hold up though. It didn't. You seen it recently? I'm
gonna say this. It's like one of those guilty pleasure movies. Like you're watching, you're like, this is like it's kind of bad, but you still like it.
Mm.
It's one of those movies.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say it's bad. Like it's a little better than mid, but you like it more than a little better than mid.
Mm.
It's a C+, but you give it a B- because you like the kid.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, all right, he was creative when he wrote the open word part of the essay, so I'm gonna give him a B- on this one.
I just saw remember that podcast with Bobby Lee and that guy we don't like,
the redheaded dude.
Yeah, the redheaded guy. I saw Shia LaBeouf was just on that podcast.
Is he funny now?
Well, he's not only is he kind of funny, but he's
not
just
Shia
like
LaBeouf, the redheaded guy.
Oh no! What are you talking about? But
I thought, hey, everyone has a chance. No,
Shia LaBeouf was funny, but also he was one of these guests. I've never seen him on a podcast before, and like I listened to it, and I was like, I could listen to this guy for fucking like 12 hours straight. Like,
oh no,
he's just so like 100%. I thought it was maybe only an on-screen thing, but even just in person, I'm just like, I love this fucking guy. Just the way he says shit, he seems like so like into his craft. I'm just like, I love this guy.
Yeah. Anytime I get a chance to hear him, it's always like, yeah, I like this. This is good stuff.
Yeah, even like the funny shit. Remember back in the day with like the "He Will Not Divide Us" stuff. Like even that shit was hilarious. I loved that shit.
Yeah, it was gay as hell, but it was still hilarious.
It was gay, but like in the best way. Like it
Yes.
didn't make me coming out like disliking him. I was still like, all right, this is funny.
Yeah, no, I wasn't one of those people like, hey, he's funny. I see he sucks. He's not even a good actor. It's like, no, like why? Who? Like this is why are you talking about?
Yeah, he's in a rough patch, you know, but he's still amazing. I still want to watch any movie he's in, but he seems to be losing it. Also, I can't tell if he's doing a bit like.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's always like weird things said about him, like during movies and everything. It's like I don't know what's to believe or not. All I know is that when I hear him, I kind of like it, and I also like him as an actor. I told you he did that movie True, that fucking made for Disney TV movie, and I cried watching that because there's something about a guy playing a retard, and he was fucking running around the library looking for his sister. I was like,
I forgot, dude. Oh, I gotta rewatch that fucking movie.
I was crying. He's retarded. He can't find his sister.
During the pandemic, I had Disney Plus and I watched a bunch of those old movies, but that one I fucking forgot about until you just said it right
True
fucking
Confessions.
now.
It's called True Confessions.
Yeah, where he plays the retard. Dude, that's right. How did I forget about that?
And I think he plays like a retarded twin. Like, dude, this is the scene. This is the scene. Him. Look at this photo, dude. I'm gonna post it on Discord. Like, imagine him. Imagine someone who's retarded playing that, and then he's just running around.
I remember this.
I cried. I was like,
well, yes, because he's a good fucking actor, dude.
Yeah, he's a good actor. So I maybe
even
really
back
think.
then, like even Stevens in that era, he was so good.
Yeah, he was the show, man. He's the main actor.
He was like too good. Yeah, it was like
he did a movie.
Too big for
I think
this.
it was called Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh, that was a great movie. Did you like it?
I liked it, but man, this is gonna sound gay. This is gonna sound really gay.
Oh no.
I think
if they just picked a better,
they should.
They cast a black guy.
If they
wouldn't have flopped.
I think when they it's weird. It was one of those things where you know how like at the end, like he's still alive. Like everyone thinks he's dead, but he's
yes, it is.
It's one of those things where it's like, would it have been better if they just said he was dead?
Oh, I think it would have been it would have had more impact. It'd been a better movie, but
the happy ending was really nice.
Yes,
you
the gay part of me who watches
in.
movies to have a good time. I liked being tucked in.
I was like,
I was like, if he's dead, I'm gonna start like I'm
cry.
going to Twitter.
You're gonna cry.
I'm gonna riot. I'm gonna be in the LA riots. It was good though. I thought it was good. I don't think it was like anything I like would be like amazing.
Now now hold on. I actually have a question now. This is maybe almost like a reverse like Uno card. What about movies that did well where the scene is a character supposed to be, like I said, disabled or retarded, and they cast someone who's not disabled or not retarded?
Well, they're playing a disabled person though.
Well, the other person's playing Zelda.
But they look you can't tell the difference from someone who's acting disabled and who is actually disabled.
Her hands aren't going to be in the movie?
Who?
Zelda.
Yeah, that's my point. She can't act like a woman because she's not.
But she's going to act like a
no matter
woman.
what, she's a guy. But she'll still be a guy.
And that person will still be able.
Right, but you couldn't tell if you told someone that actor is actually disabled in real life and they didn't know the actor, they'd be like, "Oh."
There's a good amount of movies where you could tell the person's not disabled.
Like what?
Dude,
like
there's like the Ringer. Like yeah, exactly. There you go.
No, he seems retarded.
I think he actually does have some brain damage.
What are you talking like the Water Boy?
Yeah, dude. Well, actually, I'm Sandler. Dude, I honestly can't think of other like diversity type higher movies like you're saying. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna actually modern.
It's because we know what they're doing. That's why. Like even like you brought up a good thing with the Will Smith thing, but like that wasn't a diversity hire. That was just like this guy's on fire.
How do you know?
Great actor. Because it wasn't the time for that, dude. It was in the 90s. Like, no one gave a fuck about that shit. They were just like, oh, Will Smith's on fire. Let's make him one of the Men in Black. Like, he'd be perfect. He probably went to try out for the role, and they were like, "Yeah, this guy's fucking amazing, charismatic," and it ended up working. I'm sure there were probably some people who were like, "This isn't like the comic," but I don't think they did it because he was black. Is my point.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I do believe that these studios and people who are in charge of all this do know what they're doing, and they're doing it to make a profit. And I understand what you're saying. You're saying, yeah, but it doesn't work. And what I'm trying to say is, I think it does work to a rate that they're going to keep doing it.
No, yeah, I think there's something bigger going on here, probably, right?
What's the bigger thing?
That's a rabbit hole.
I haven't done many rabbit holes on YouTube recently. Oh, should I?
Yeah, that's a big rabbit hole.
I did unpause it. I did unpause it.
We're not going into BlackRock. This episode's already too far along.
BlackRock. Oh, is that what is BlackRock? I hear that they own the world, but like, what do they actually?
Yeah,
do?
they own like most of the stock market.
But what is it? What? Give me a little. Let me peek in the hole. What's the hole, Jim?
It's like a conglomerate that owns a bunch of corporations, but it owns like all the top.
What's the whole? Why would they do this outside of making a profit? What would be the other gain here?
Okay, so the argument is that the people who own BlackRock have an agenda like any human does, and they're trying to push certain agendas.
Okay.
Because they have just unlimited money, so they don't really care about money. They care more about swaying like society,
But
like a lot of people with power try to do.
And what would be the reasoning for that? What do they get out of that?
They get to push their worldview on the world.
But what does
and make it like a thing?
And what does pushing their worldview have them obtain?
The world they want to like their ego, the world they want to live in. They get to say, "Oh, we played a part in the right side of history. We made the world more tolerant," or whatever they believe. That's the argument, at least. I don't know if it's true, but it would make a lot of sense because a lot of these companies are acting against the interest of profit very consistently, and it's like, well, maybe they're getting fucking, backdoor support through a company with endless money to do this. That would be the rabbit hole. It's much deeper than that.
But wouldn't that mean they are getting the money? They're just getting it from different means than ticket sales and viewership dollars?
Yeah. So the argument is that they're getting it in like social credit.
What does social? I don't get it. Like, what does that do for them?
So like basically this company BlackRock that owns the shares in like most of the market and sways pretty much the whole market is saying, we'll back you. We'll buy more shares if you push this message.
Right, but
even if you lose money on the front of the face of it, we'll back you in the long run, and you'll be good.
So they are doing it for a profit then, or for money.
Right. Just not at the expense of the audience. It'd be just more for.
Well, yeah, they don't give a fuck about the audience. They only care about money either way, whether it's this reason or another reason. They only just want to do it for money. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but there's certain companies that do it for the audience money.
No,
those become really good movies that people, someone like a fucking Nolan or Spielberg, they're doing it for the fucking audience, man. They're doing it for money too, but it's they're making classics.
What was the last name of that second director?
Spielberg.
Yeah, was it?
Well, dude, that is the thing. That is the thing that you have
I know.
Because when you go down the BlackRock, it's always I'm sure it is Jews, but like we don't have, But I'm not saying it like that.
But I'm just like I'm kind of questioning the BlackRock agenda. It's like, are you? I'm asking this only because I don't know. Are you saying because the people in charge of BlackRock have basically, it sounds like, all the money in the world, they need to find something else that interests them?
No, I think they're trying to, like, these types of people, I think they actually, like, they think they're like gods. Like, they literally, like, they have that much money that where they're like, no, I have this opinion of how politics and society should be, so we're going to try to manipulate it to be that way.
Why would their way of the world, why do they think this is the right way?
It's just because of what they happen to believe. I don't think it's, I think they just happen. Like, if it was conservatives up there, they'd push the conservative thing, like a lot of private corporations do. It's just they just happen to have that for
what kind of people
how they grew up or whatever.
What kind of people are up there, like quote unquote up there? So if it's not conservatives, what kind of people are they?
Apparently they're more like, like progressive, like liberal, kind of just like diversity people.
And they
Like
just coincidentally, what's it called? They just have like they all had like
or
kind of.
Yamaka.
So they coincidentally have a yarmulke, but also like they have like it sounds like they have the same beliefs, and they're for the most part, or they're all kind of like pushing the ship into this direction because they just kind of came out the womb thinking like this is the way the world should be.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know how people actually. I think it's a bit of both, right? Nature and nurture. You're probably predisposed to think of certain ways about things, but then you also. Yeah.
I think I was singing the Can Can song. I don't know what the Jewish song was.
I didn't. By the way, I didn't mean it like that. Like, I mean that with every human. Like, I think some people might just come out like talented at art, like inherently in their fucking DNA, and but then they might not ever like encounter a situation in the world where they discover that they have that talent.
How
but
did
then
the
some
people that are, let's just in this, whether it's a hypothetical or real world, like these people that are ahead of BlackRock and control the world, how did it so be that they all are these progressive type? Like, why did they get to the top of the ladder or the top of the mountaintop?
I see. I haven't gone far enough into the rabbit hole to know what people say the reason for that is, but me personally thinking about it, it probably could just be by chance. Like, I mean, they just happen to be like it could have just as easily maybe been the other way around.
Kind of like how like
more like fascist kind of.
I guess like how like I'm trying to think like pilgrims, like how they kind of took over America.
Right, and they just happen to have their view. Like it could have probably just as easily been like the opposite view, but that's still with the same power. I guess whoever's in power really just kind of fucking.
Well, how did the Pilgrims defeat the Native Americans? Or not the Pilgrims, I guess the people. Like, how did the Native Americans lose their wars?
Probably because they weren't as like technologically advanced, right? It was kind of like they just had like spears and shit, and we came with like, did we have guns by the Pilgrims?
Yes.
Yeah, so probably just we just were better. So I'd say we like I wasn't even there. By the way, my ancestors come from like I'm like third generation. I wasn't part of that at all. But
does that mean the people in charge of BlackRock are they're more progressive, or not more progressive? They're more advanced than the people beneath them. That's why they're in charge and in power.
I mean, I think you have to be pretty smart to like own the most like shares of the entire stock. Like you got to be doing something right.
So like, does that mean they're smarter?
Unless they were born into it,
like
they're
basically just smarter people. Well, yeah. So are they smarter, or like, I guess they're smarter than everyone else, or like the people who are beneath them.
Perhaps again, unless they were born into it. I don't know. I don't know if they've like became BlackRock like in their lifespan, or were like kind of born into the families that already owned it. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, to be fair.
Okay, so being born into it doesn't mean like they're smarter. That just means they're lucky, kind of thing.
Yeah, like the classic like son ruins the family business because they weren't the ones who actually like made it.
Are they ruining the family business? No, if they're running BlackRock.
No, they're doing. It seems like they're doing pretty well, right? I mean, so does BlackRock.
So does being born into it, like, what does that mean though? If they're doing well with it. So does that being born into it negate the fact that they're doing well with it and owning the world?
No. I just think I guess what I'm trying to say is it might be easier to fly a plane that's already in the air than to take off on a plane. You know what I mean?
Kind of like, I guess, like
it's a different like skill set, I guess.
Like an Elon Musk or a Donald Trump kind of thing. Like Donald Trump's father owned apartment buildings and was a millionaire or multimillionaire. And
right.
And Elon Musk, his father owned like an emerald mine in South Africa.
Mines and shit. Yeah.
I get it.
So they weren't starting from like zero,
Right.
But I still think it still takes a lot of, I think, intelligence and skill to like manage a certain level.
So if do you think if the Native Americans had the same exact technology as the people that came over and defeated them in those wars, they could have won, or it would have been a more equal fight?
I think it would have been a more equal fight, but I could be wrong about this, but I think there were way more Pilgrims than there were Indians. So I think numbers wise, they might have still lost. But they obviously, I think, would have done better. Don't you think? Like if they had guns and knew how to like use them.
If they knew, and knew how to use them.
Because didn't we beat the British like right after that with
just
less
because I
numbers?
have a really good stick shift car, I'm gonna be looking at it like, what the fuck is that? I need my girlfriend. She knows how to drive stick, not me.
Yeah.
I'm a little bitch.
Well, I feel like that was the last good like era where you could beat a bigger army. You know, like because the Revolutionary War, they say like we were way smaller. And back in the day, like the Spartans and shit would beat like bigger armies. But like once like drones and shit came out, I feel like that all went away. It's like, we can like just bomb them in the forest now. Like Russia and Ukraine or whatever. They're still fighting somehow, probably over there. And apparently, like that whole war is like on YouTube.
The Native American
No, the Russia Ukraine shit.
Is it?
Like I saw a video where it was just like a GoPro on a soldier, and it was real. I didn't like watch it because I don't like death shit, like but like it seemed real. Like
I mean, you sent me the one reel where all those kids died.
Dude, you know they
clip it 2:04:45.
You're farsing, you know.
What am I farsing?
Those kids didn't die.
Dude,
they
20 of
like
them did, dude.
They dropped from like 10 feet.
I sent my girl that reel. She comes at me the next day. He's like, you know that reel you sent me? Like this many kids died from there. And I was like,
oh really?
And I was like, that has to be.
Oh,
fake.
And you threw me under the bus, fucking the bus. So quick.
Hold on.
Even though you watch death shit all day, but the one you send her is the one I sent you, and so then you're gonna be like, he's fucking sends these crazy things.
5 kids killed after wind sweep. Okay, no, that's it. This was a recent.
Is that real though? They really did die.
Nazi castle operator cleared in tragedy that killed 6.
I didn't know that. That's horrible.
I don't know if this is the same one though.
It didn't seem that crazy.
Yeah,
it seemed like they fell from like pretty small height.
I think there was still kids inside of it.
Well, that wasn't on video.
Dude, it's the saddest.
I mean, at that point, you just hang on. Like,
yeah, but wait, you're not landing on like
it's a bouncy house.
Yeah, so what does it mean?
It's literally a giant cushion. You just hang on to it.
Jeff, if you fell from the moon, you think, just hold on.
Yeah, it's a moon bounce.
It's moon shoes. You ever hear of moon shoes? Dude,
come on.
It was funny.
Of all the things to fall on.
I told my girlfriend, I had like the same reaction where I'm like, God, that definitely, it's like not funny and funny. It's like, it was, I told her, this is just like when the boat hit the bridge with the Mexicans. And I was like, oh my God, like remember where like it was funny, but then you find out they die and you're like, but you still like think it's funny in a way. And she's like, I didn't think it was funny after I found out. And I'm like, you sent me the reel where it's SpongeBob going, you good? You good? You good? And that was after you found out they died.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah, how
dare you?
I couldn't believe her. I couldn't. She does that, dude. It depends on what mood she's in if she finds something funny or not. We didn't get the dinner you wanted tonight. Now my Jew jokes aren't funny anymore.
Oh yeah. You know, you make a lot of jokes about it. It's like,
the Knicks game's on. All of a sudden, anti-women jokes aren't allowed anymore. It's like, what are we doing here, sweetheart? Hey, toots. Another Jack and Coke.
Yeah. Hey, toots, you're killing me over here.
That being said, you did send me a reel where kids died, so it's a little fucked up.
All right, we're more than even because
I've never
sent me like 5 before.
I never sent you a kid's death.
Are you serious?
A kid's death? I would never.
You sent me a car that literally just exploded. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't anything left. There wasn't even a tire left out of this fucking thing.
But I don't know if there's any kids in there. You don't know if there was
a kid around. Or fucking... Pretty also sent me one where like a house blew up, like an entire house. It was just like a ring cam of like a house. Just
that's right. It was across the street, and the house just. And one of the comments was like, I lived in that neighborhood. They all did. The father was on my porch.
I had to be like, Whitey, I like shed a tear in my bed. Do you send me that?
Jesus. It is funny how Instagram every now and then it's like, I guess someone found another loophole where there's.
What was that? I guess you bite your tongue again.
Yeah.
Guy eats one Pop-Tart. Mush mouth.
I want. Mush mouth is the fun, dude. I gotta call people that more often when I fucking mush mouth.
Fucking mush mouth.
That's such a shut up. Unless someone's actually like being serious, then like they just look at you like,
yeah.
Oh, I guess I can't have a serious conversation.
I can't help it.
No, like why'd you get into a conversation with me? Yeah. I'm gonna use that on my girl deal. I'm gonna say mush mouth over here.
Yeah. The next time she even stutters a little bit, just be like, mush mouth.
What will happen, she'll start laughing and then she'll start like clutching as if she's gonna pee her pants. And then I try to keep it going and then she's like, stop, I'm gonna, and like she like gets cross-eyed. It's hilarious.
Like my grandma.
Yeah, dude.
We used to try to get my grandma to piss herself when she was like really old.
We talk about it all the time. Like, babe, you're like a 90-year-old. Like you're 80. Old mush mouth.
Mush mouth over here. Small bladder mush mouth.
We gotta, if not this week, next week do some
arguable.
Yeah, we gotta get some arguable.
I haven't forgotten.
All right. Well.
It's coming up. You said like June something, right?
It's June.
It's like tomorrow.
June right around the corner. Teeth.
Yeah, Juneteenth.
It is coming
up. I have
up,
to hear one more fucking.
What?
Juneteenth.
What do you mean?
My mom hit me with that last year.
Oh, we talked about this.
Yeah, she's like, you doing anything for? I'm like, Mom, you're fucking white, old, and annoying. Shut up.
Actually, this season, your mom's gonna be played by a black trans.
Oh my, that'd be great.
You'd watch that?
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat. Ay.
I'm looking up DJ LeMahieu stats versus Paul Goldschmidt stats.
Oh wait, who is
He did win MVP. All right, he did. Yeah.
I watched a Mr. Beast video with a bunch of sports guys.
Mr. Beast.
Do you know who Aaron Judge is?
Yes, Joe, I know who Aaron Judge is.
Is he huge? I don't know how big he is.
He's a pretty significantly.
He seemed
big
young.
Athlete. He's 30. Why is my computer fucking freezing? Okay, never mind. My computer's freezing. I don't even want to play anymore. Hello?
I don't want to play anymore, he says.
My computer just decided to fucking freeze. I put on ProBaseballReference.com and apparently DJ LeMahieu and Goldschmidt having them side by side's a no-no. The whole fucking Google Chrome just goes, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, no, I know who Aaron Judge is.
Yeah, he was in that video.
Yeah, he's he was in like one of the Mr. Beast videos.
Yeah, it was like can this like average like guy that plays this sport beat like pros?
Oh,
in a challenge?
Yeah.
It was actually a pretty good video.
No, I
just didn't know any of the fucking guys.
I heard about that show in on a sports. Yeah, that's one of the. Yeah, can like this average guy beat Aaron Judge at like ping pong or something, right? Like something.
No. It was baseball.
What do you mean?
Can he hit more home runs?
No.
Yeah, well, no. The answer definitely was no for Aaron Judge.
The answer's
but some
no.
of them did. Some of them did win.
Well, some guys aren't power hitters, and then some people might just be like, because you're. How were they hitting the balls?
I just remembered something. The people that won, it was always stacked handicapped, if that makes sense.
Oh, well, that's different.
Like Steph Curry had like a minute to hit as many like 3-pointers, and then the other dude had to hit only like one third of the amount.
That's cool. Yeah, that's like
got like double the time.
That's like drag racing. You're getting lengths. You're getting car lengths.
But you gotta kind of. I mean, it's a pro versus a fucking a dude.
Yeah, but if it's like the dude only has to hit it 5 feet and the other guy has to hit it 400 feet, then there's the handicap. Like anyone could technically win based on the handicap. I get it though. They're making it as possible as a close handicap
because it would be impossible otherwise.
No, I get it. I didn't see the show, but I get the gist.
It's not. You are my dad. It's not a show. It's a YouTube video.
Why do you yell at me?
I haven't seen the show. You kept saying show like it's like a fucking non like fucking Fox.
Because
it's
there
Mr. Beast
there
fighting.
used to be a
It's
TV
YouTube
show
video.
called Pros vs. Joes. So like this has been this, and there was probably something
So this
even
has been a thing.
Yeah, this has always been a thing for a long time.
Yeah, nothing's new anymore.
But then
They were
in the new version, Mr. Beast is played by a crippled Jewish midget who's also Chinese.
I gotta admit though, they were fucking glazing Steph Curry a lot. They were saying like in like the description of when they
How
like this is Steph Curry. Huh?
How old are you? 32? 33?
I'm 33.
Glazing?
You know what I mean.
They
were really
You
talking...
say sucking dick like a 33-year-old, all right?
They were sucking.
They're sucking Seth Curry's. Oh my god, dude, there's like multiple timestamps today of me. This Pop-Tart burnt every part of my soul.
Yeah, but because I've heard of Steph Curry, obviously, because he's like, I know he's so famous because he's really good, but like they were saying it like he's like the best ever, and I was like, I've heard like way more about like Michael Jordan or
were they
like
talking
LeBron
about 3-point shooting?
I think it was like he's made the most like shots. Yeah, I think it was most 3-pointers of all time or some
one
shit.
Of, if not the best 3-point shooter. Yeah, that's true. Like in terms of his career, yeah.
So they weren't just talking about then.
No, Michael Jordan wasn't really that great of a 3-point shooter to begin with, but that's just because that's how the game was back then. It wasn't looked at analytically what it is now. These people are, and there's a trillion other reasons, but it'll take me.
So Steph Curry is really good. Like he's definitely like. Would you break him like the number one or
in terms of his career? Yeah, his career. Oh no, like number one in what?
Of all like basketball.
Oh, an overall basketball player?
Like, who would you say is the best basketball player of all time?
Will Chamberlain, probably.
Will Chamberlain?
Dude, the dude averaged...
I've never even heard of that guy. I thought you were going to say someone I knew.
Guy averaged 50 points a game. I don't care if he did it in the year 8. That's insane.
This is another Babe Ruth thing.
I
didn't hear of him.
But that's why I don't actually have an opinion. I will say this. I don't have an opinion on who's the greatest ever. I have an opinion, though, on who's like one of the greatest. And yes, Steph Curry is one of the greatest. Like if in terms of careers, yeah, he's one of the greatest. Like how could you not? Out all the people who have ever played in the NBA, there's like 15 other players that can maybe have a comparable career as Steph Curry.
Did he play for? Who did he play for?
He still plays for the Warriors. He played for I think Davidson College, and then he's been on the Warriors since.
What's the Warriors?
Actually, did he get traded at the draft?
What state is that?
Golden State. It's California.
Okay. Oh, they have more than just. I thought they had the Lakers, but that's just LA.
Dude, they have the Kings, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Warriors.
Oh shit!
I know, right?
I've heard of the Clippers. So it just must go by like population size.
In terms of who gets a team.
Yeah, how many teams in one state?
I mean, like from the outside looking in, that's definitely like, oh, it's a big city, so it must have a lot of teams. Like, yeah, like, but it goes based on money, basically. But obviously, a big city and state like California and LA and New York City and Dallas and all that, they're gonna most likely draw. It's gonna be better to have teams there financially than some other locations.
Yeah. I'd see if I was like the owners, I'd want to fucking like combine them all into one super fucking team.
It's not
California,
But yeah, that's that. No,
I'd want to be like, take the Lakers, take the Clippers, take Steph Curry, jam them all into one team.
I don't know if I don't know if there's ever been out of the 4 major team sports in America where multiple teams were owned by like a single entity, unless it was like really early on, like multiple baseball teams in the year 1888. You know?
Oh, really? Like no one's ever owned 2. Is that allowed? Are you allowed to own more than one?
I don't think it would be allowed because when you think about it, like that. 2 things. One, it kind of gives like that ownership an unfair advantage, even though it's 2 different teams that ownership now instead of 1 out of 30 or 1 out of 32 chance. They have a 1 out of 16 or 1 out of 15. But even that, if those teams were to play each other, like
that'd be weird.
It's like a rigged. You're kind of watching it like through. Like imagine if, like those teams met in the playoffs, or how about this?
Oh yeah, like the big game.
It's the last
I don't really trust this.
It's the last game of the regular season. One of the teams is already promised a playoff spot, and the other team needs to win that game. It's like, well, why not just throw the fucking game? Like,
right, get them both in there.
Yeah. So now, with that being said, there are sports teams that are owned by a single person in different sports. Like the James Dolan owns the New York Knicks, and he also owns the New York Rangers, which are a hockey team.
So yeah, because those are two different leagues.
Yeah, so that happens. That actually there's a solid amount of that happens throughout the leagues, especially with soccer teams too. I don't count like soccer as a major.
God, what the fuck does that guy do?
His dad was really rich, and now he's really rich. He's BlackRock, in your opinion.
He's like, yeah.
He's the BlackRock. Well, actually, he's not, because his teams never win. So he's not. He's the black cop. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
When's the last time the Knicks have actually won?
1973.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's worse than like the Red Sox, right?
It's a trillion times. I mean, at one point it wasn't.
No, but what was the Red Sox? Remember when, like, before they won when we were younger?
Yeah, 2004 they won, and I think they went 80 somewhat. So it was.
Oh, okay.
They didn't win after the Babe Ruth trade. So it was like 19, like the teens. I think they won, or it might have been 1908.
Okay. So that is worse. That's way worse then.
Hold on, list of
70s. Still 70s is a while, man.
List of Red Sox World Series. It was 1918.
Jesus.
And then they won in 04.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember that.
And that was by the way the start of the end for New York sports. Was at 04.
Yes.
Because the Yankees,
because we broke the curse, baby.
He says.
We I know.
Guys over here fighting Native Americans and pitching sliders to fucking Jason Giambi. It's unreal. It's fucking bullshit.
We did. We broke it. The fucking
guy's got a musket and a fucking knuckle curve. Unreal.
Oh, you guys choked hard during that too.
Yeah, we know, John.
God.
Yep.
Okay, you guys need one more game, and you just fucking flopped. Fucking. That must have been a rough time for you guys against your biggest rival.
Yeah, I mean, this episode we've been talking for a while.
It still hurts.
It's so funny that you say that. So there's a couple seasons of ESPN's 30 for 30s, which are like sports documentaries that were really good. I think it's like season 2 through 4, or maybe just 2 and 3. And one of the documentaries was called 4 Days in October. It was either 4 games or 4 days in October. And it was about the comeback the Red Sox had against to this day.
You can't.
I swear to you, I can't. I never even gave it a thought of watching it. It actually hurts. To this day, dude. It's been over 20. Dude, 9/11 is nothing compared to the Yankees losing to the fucking Sox in 04. To this day, it fucking stings.
Well, it's funny too, because I remember a little bit of that time and what the vibe was like, and it was definitely a lot of smugness coming from the Yankees side. Because there was a lot of like, oh, we got this one again in the bag, and then it was just like, and then you were winning and you were up, and it was like, oh,
it never happened before, and it never happened since. Someone being
right
3-0 and then lose.
That is pretty crazy.
And
if I can describe the vibe in Massachusetts, I mean, just electric. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing Red Sox shit.
I bet. I mean, it's also the fact that ever since then, the Yankees have won one World Series, and as weird as this sounds, and it was a big deal. It really was. But like, it just like, I don't know, something like there wasn't that like that glimmer in the eye for that World Series. And the Red Sox won in 04. I think they won in 07. I think they won in 2013 and 28. Hold on,
really?
Yeah,
they've won that much.
Oh
yeah, that's right. They went on a fucking.
They won in 04, 07, 13, and 18. The only thing I was thinking,
and the Patriots were going fucking crazy, dude. Boston was crushing it.
Who won 2011? Oh, it was the Cardinals. That makes sense, because then the Giants won in all the even numbers. That was a weird one. That was funny. Yeah, so like the Red Sox won 2 before 09 and 2 after 09. And so like it really hasn't been close. Like who's been the better franchise since 04.
Yeah.
And they don't have the payroll as bad or as much as the Yankees. It's just like it just doesn't. And then the Knicks still suck, even though they've been better lately. Hockey, all those teams suck. Fucking now the Giants won, but they haven't won since 11 either. And I know it's like, oh my god, what? You just want World Series and championships? All no, but we're one team.
Yeah, just give something.
Again, it's not like we have. It's not like this area has 2 sports franchises. There's 9. There's 9 in the 4 major sports.
Yeah, that's literally. I mean, that's going on like 15 years now. Right?
There's the Jets and the Giants. There's the Knicks and the Nets. I guess you can count the Nets.
Have the Nets won? Oh, that. Well, you just said no, none of them have
the
won.
The Nets never won an NBA. I think they won an ABA championship. I could be wrong on that, but they've never won an NBA championship.
Damn.
There's the Rangers, the Islanders, and the Devils were a bright spot too. But again, it's all that late '90s, early 2000s, and also to be fair, the Devils are New Jersey, so no one takes them seriously.
I know, I've never even heard of them.
A New Jersey hockey team. It's like we're talking about the New York Yankees here, and you're gonna come in with the fucking New Jersey Devils. Yeah, the Devils. Like, come on. Even I have to be like, come on, what are we doing here?
That's gay.
That's like some dude from South Jersey going, I got the best pizza in the place. It's like, oh, okay.
Also, who gives a fuck about hockey? Also, like,
yeah.
Compared to basketball, football, baseball.
I will say though, if the Rangers won, that will definitely light up this tri-state area.
It will be something. It'll be something.
It will be something for a very dedicated fan base who also hasn't won since '94. They all suck.
What about the Jets? Oh, well, yeah. I keep saying
Jets haven't won since '69.
Wow. And the Giants, you said, was 11.
That's been the most recent one, and then the most recent going to the championship has been the Yankees last year.
Oh, that's right. That was last year. Okay.
Actually, did the Devil? Yeah, the Devil.
I was gonna say I remember talking about it where you were so fucking bummed. You were just like, what the fuck?
Because I saw it's like the Knicks. I saw the worst inning I've ever seen in the World Series by a team. I've never seen a half an inning worse in my life.
You're sitting there with your corn dog. You'll get one though. You'll get one. You know,
they're losing their shirts.
Yeah, they're losing.
It's
just going to be that much better when they actually finally do win.
It will, and I think once that happens, living in this area won't suck as much. You know?
Yeah. There'll be like a new spark.
But I need to eat something because now eating this one Pop-Tart it's like my body's like, well, you need sugar. And I'm like, all right, well, let me eat something with protein.
Yeah, it's been a little bit here.
Been a while.
That's fun though.
Yeah, but we'll do some arguables soon, either this week or next week.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Just let me know when you're free.
I'll let you know about tires and the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, you gotta watch. The Little Mermaid.
I probably won't watch tires. I'll probably say I will and forget.
Yeah, you know what? I do that with so many shows to my friends, so I get it.
Yeah. So if it happens, it does. If it doesn't, yeah, you get it. Well, you'll forget to even bring it up.
Just flick it on, you know.
I don't have Netflix. I mean, I know I have someone's Netflix I sign into, but
yeah, just while you're eating, just flick it on.
It's a lot of work.
Live a little, you know.
Sometimes the app signs you out. You gotta look for. You gotta look for the password.
If I was on someone else's and it signed me out, I'd never go on Netflix.
Yeah. It looks like I'm never watching tires.
I'm not texting someone to fucking.
Oh no, I write, dude. I have literally multiple people's Netflix written down in my notes.
That's crazy.
Oh, this one doesn't work anymore? All right, let's see this person. All right. Oh, this one has ads. Now let me see person number 3. All right.
Alrighty.
I'll talk to you, man.
Yeah.
Later. No, why do I have to rate the phone call? Discord.